chance to hear Brother Rand sing, and then we gonna shout out all the fans. Yeah, it's Minister Jap. You already know, man. Church is definitely in the building. They fucking with me though. Alright, let's do it. Church check in, 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 church on the bitch, yeah. Church check in, 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 church on the bitch, 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 yeah, church on the bitch, yeah, church check in, church on the bitch, oh, church on the bitch, yeah, church on the bitch, church on the bitch, church on the bitch, church check in, let's go. Minister Jap, it's a new era and niggas is chat. I'm in the kitchen, I'm cooking this crack. Bitch getting taxed in my Benjamin stack. Truck in the front and the engine in back. 3Ks, everything I'm whipping in is black. 3 hoes all wanna sit on my lap. High yellow heifer, I'ma hit her from the back. This is a fact, I'm taking your bitch, I'm not giving her back. Bitch got some kids, I'm not dealing with that. The back of her throw where my children is at, that was realer than that. Her mama's a hoe and her sister's a rat. Their head was amazing, the pussy was trash. Run up on church and that pistol gon' blast. Get your ass body trying to get to this bag in the church. Church check in, 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 church on the bitch, yeah. Church check in, 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 church on the bitch, 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 yeah, church on the bitch, yeah, church check in, church on the bitch, oh, church on the bitch, yeah, church on the bitch, church on the bitch, yeah, church on the bitch, listen, church check in, let's go. Relinquish the bitch, you loving and cuffing to be with the bitch. She came in with you, but I leave with the bitch. I bang and I skeet on the bitch. They be like Jap conceited and shit. I push it to start, ain't no key to my whip. Believe in the game, don't believe in the bitch. I listen to sin and the rest of the pimps. You chasing the bitch and ain't chasing the check. You look like a bitch when you making them threats. You talk how you talk cause you safe on the net. When I see you, no talking, I'm breaking your neck. Catch a nigga like it, do him dirty on sight. Whole lot of bargain, but I bet he won't bite. Bet a nigga won't roll a dice with his life. Double cross church kid, crucified twice, nigga. Church check in, 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 church on the bitch, yeah. Church check in, 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 church on the bitch, 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 yeah, church on the bitch, yeah, church check in, church on the bitch, oh, church on the bitch, yeah, church on the bitch, church on the bitch, church on the bitch, hey, church check in, let's go. Church, check in. It's your boy, Minister Jap. Listen, I know y'all been looking for me, but at the bottom of this video, in the description section, you see where it says follow me. You can follow me on all social media platforms. You know, make sure you click the links in the description so you can get in touch with me and get in tune with everything I post at all times. You never know, the haters might try to take us down. Also, make sure you follow my backup channel, Minister Jap Church Media. Follow the channel now. We are not going nowhere. We're here to stay. Make sure y'all paying attention. Church on the move. Peace.
Minister Jap, I'm talking to you, nigga. Yeah, I got a kid. I got 2 daughters and a son. Yeah, man.
Black women are bad mothers.
And that's why you having a baby by the motherfuckers you had a baby with is your fault. That's why you being a single mother is your fucking fault. That's why being a baby daddy ass nigga is your fault.
Live from the church.
Church check in.
It's Minister Jap.
Black women, they're some of the most worst bitches on with money, but yet they're still taking trips and they look fly doing. They are the flyest broken bitches you're gonna ever deal with.
On Minister Jap TV.
Church check in, man. Church check in. hit that like button when you come in this room. Church is in the building. The real is back. Minister Jap. What's going on with y'all, man? It's a new year, it's a new day. My church members at, man. Shout out to the mods. Definitely about to talk heavy. You know? Make sure y'all clip these clowns. Coming in the chat room. On good bullshit. What's going on with y'all, man? Man. It is getting crazy out here. We got to talk heavy. We got to talk heavy today. You know what I'm saying? I took the day off yesterday to really peep what's going on in the world. It was just too much going on. This is why I told y'all this election was going to be serious. This was life or death, and we're seeing a lot of deaths. Shout out to Speak Radio with our first super chat. You know what I'm saying? We about to have some grown folks conversation, some uncomfortable conversation. Shout out to Overhated Dale with the 20, proud veteran, preach. Hey man, salute to all the veterans. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all the veterans. You know, salute to all the people in the blue, the cops, the paramedics, the 911 dispatchers, the firefighters, the EMTs. Salute to all of them. We take them for granted. They put their lives on the line. A lot of these people are scared to do that. Got your back, Jack. Stay with Carrier Tubman. You already know. Make sure you get your gun permits and ammunition. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Shout out to Dino. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you with the 20 ball. You did. You know, you got to stay ready at these times. Right now, you know, we can rub it in these Democrats' face all the time. We told y'all so. But unfortunately, it's so stupid that people have got to experience tough times to learn a damn lesson. People don't have the foresight to see what's coming. I knew all of this BS was coming when Joe Biden became president. Because he was soft. Shout out to Erica's Corner with the 5. Happy New Year to you. He was soft, and everybody who voted for him made a mistake. But our older generation of black folks, fried chicken Christians, and comfortable Negroes on the brink of retirement will not admit that they made a mistake. Keep this mistake going with another 4 years of Kamala. We could not afford another 4 years of Kamala. We would not be safe with another 4 years of Kamala. We got Joe Biden in office right now, and America is listen, we're in danger. All over every day, tens of thousands of illegal immigrants are coming into this country who can't speak the language, so how they gonna obey the law? And we've only been thinking about the Latinos. We're not thinking about the higher levels of intelligence and secret spies, splinter cells. We haven't even been giving a lot of smoke to the Arabs and the Indians. You know, we see it on the news all the time about the Venezuelans, these little gangs, you know, walking around with machetes and knives, but we ain't thinking about that highly intelligent, you know, motherfucker that came over here on a mission, a demolition mission, to come over here and cause destruction, all because Joe Biden is leaving that border wide open. The media has been feeding us lies upon lies upon lies, molding the thoughts of the sheep. And this is a great example of why you need to delineate yourselves from people who are not free thinkers, especially our older generation. They've done us a big disservice. Big disservice. Shout out to Marcus Majors, man. China just hacked the treasury. See it? See? It has begun. World War III is about to start. We got to talk about a lot of things today, man. And I promise you there's going to be an uncut part 2 of this discussion. We're going in all day. The graphic shit will be on Rumble. I suggest I'm going to put the link in the chat right now because we're not done. We're all day with this today. You know, we're all day with this today. I'm glad I took the time to do the research of everything we need to go over. And I want to show the good, the bad, the ugly of this whole ordeal that we're about to go through. The graphic stuff, again, you need to go hit that subscribe button to the Rumble. Because after this is just the advertiser-friendly PG-13 version of what we're going to be dealing with today. We're going to get uncut raw over on Rumble. So make sure you hit that subscribe now on Rumble. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to 100 Black. Say, you hush your mouth. I'm in my 60s plus, and I didn't vote for no quacker. You know what I'm saying? All right. Well, talk to your people you play bingo with, because they surely did. We could not afford another Democratic administration. They were so focused on the dumbest shit ever. Abortion. Now we got terrorist attacks. You know what I'm saying? I need the link to the room. You gotta be kidding me. I just posted it. Please, the mods, copy and paste the Rumble link for those with the Android phones who can't read very well. Fam, again, these Democrats are so fixated on winning the argument and hating Trump to the point where they couldn't see the big picture. That's the problem with niggas. They can't see the big picture. And it takes things like what just happened on New Year's Day to happen for people to wake up. But these niggas still stubborn and they won't wake up and just admit the fact that they didn't know what the fuck they was doing. They were misled. They were lied to. And they let their newfound hatred for Trump compromise the security of America. We had 2 domestic on New Year's Day, and I don't believe in coincidence. Safety should be way more important than how you feel about transgender issues and abortion. Because that's all they ran on. They've been telling you this country's gonna get real dangerous real fast with a leader like Biden, who's not a leader at all. He is soft. Now you have American citizens trading on him. And these people are Democrats. Democrats are dangerous. If you look at all of the violent movements of the last 4 years, just the last 4 years, all Democrat movements. From Black Lives Matter to Antifa to the George Floyd riots, that's all Democrat bullshit. Then they want to bring up January 6th. One person died and a cop killed them. A bunch of people going into the Capitol building, taking selfies and breaking stuff. Who cares? It was fixed in a week. Your city still have not recovered from the George Floyd riots, Antifa and Black Lives Matter. And they want to talk to you about the Capitol. Half of y'all ain't ever been to the Capitol and probably won't go. Radicalizing these college students to basically turning college into an activist training camp. They don't even pay taxes, but all of a sudden they so passionate about abortion rights. You got gays for God. The idiocracy of these movements. You got LGBTQ stomping for abortions. When are y'all gonna have babies? I thought that was the whole plan, to be gay and not have babies. People just causing the disruptors, and all the disruptors of America are Democrats. JB the Juggernaut says, I have a cousin in his 60s who is somewhat of a fearmonger and bona fide Trump hater, said that I voted for the the New Orleans massacre by voting for Trump. Newsflash, Grandpa, Biden is your president for the next 2 weeks. He's been your president for the last 4 years and has destroyed America. Shut the fuck up! Let me put this link in there for the Rumble, man, because everybody keep asking about this Rumble, because we're gonna get real graphic on this Rumble, because I already know how YouTube play. Shout out to Miriam with the $10 holler. Church checking in, much love. Let me put this link in here. We got Dwayne coming through with the 2-piece. We see you, Wayne. You say peace to the church. Look up FBI, VA, Homes, Explosives. Yeah, we gonna get into everything, man. We gonna get into everything. Trust me, when I do the research, I do the research, bro. We going in. Shout out to Dino, man, with our first sponsorship of the year. Before I go to work, another donation for the minister. Much respect. Infotainment at its finest. Appreciate you, family. Please share with your homies. Tell them to come through. You know, we trying to say, where's the Rumble link? Y'all that's killing me with this goofy shit. Here we go. Let me put this in here in the chat real quick for y'all. Yeah, man. These old comfortable Negroes set us back, man. That's why it's like at this point, man, we can't deal with them. We gotta write them off. This is I'm not mad at this causing division. Cause a lot of these Democrats wrote off all the conservatives and their family, a lot of jobs and getting wrote up and shit like that for their views. Fuck all these people, man. You know, it's crazy that it takes death And it takes for your pockets to get hurt for you to realize that you made the dumbest emotional mistake in life believing in Democrats. You know, this is the party that wanted us to stay slaves. You know what I'm saying? Didn't want civil rights. They didn't want civil rights. You know, everything that they've done for us has been to our detriment. They destroyed our families by giving us welfare. Here, take this, but you can't have no man. And that continued for generations upon generations. They destroyed black people, and black people still are traditionally attached to these folks. You know? They tell you how much Black Lives Matter, but then give you abortion on the other hand. Tell you abortion is health care. Abortion is healthy. For who? Definitely not that baby. Oh, we're trying to protect Black lives by aborting them at the same time at the DNC. I was there. Y'all seen the footage. At the DNC, they brought a mobile abortion clinic from Planned Parenthood on site on deck, courtesy of Kamala Harris. Now, anybody with any common sense can see that these people do not love black folks. But obviously, our elders are not people with common sense. They have no damn common sense. You know? And I love this new generation, our generation, and the next generations to come, because that old civil rights mind, that old we shall overcome Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton mindset is dying out. Is dying out. And they can't stop us from searching for the truth. A lot of these people were the gatekeepers of truth because of the internet and us being able to converse amongst each other and us being able to dig and dig and dig for information. They can't gatekeep truth from us anymore. If you want to look for it. But some of these old folks don't want to look for it. They just want to be told what's the truth by people they comfortable with, and that's it. Most of your old elders, all they want is they politicians good, white, and polite. Shout out to the free. They want their politicians good, white, and polite. But do you see right now what we're going through in the world? The world ain't nice. The world is real. The world ain't polite. We're at war. We're at war with other countries. We're at war amongst each other. We're at war with different generations of people. We're at war with ideologies. We still fight. We're fighting for rights we supposed to been had already. How you want to know what's so crazy? Notice how you never heard no gay people for the last 15 years whining and crying about for the right to get married, because they got it. We, as a conservative, free-thinking, straight-minded people, are fighting for two of our biggest rights, amendment rights. We still fighting for free speech. Free speech was written in the Constitution before anybody who's watching this stream was born. That That should be a given already. Freedom of speech. We're fighting for freedom of speech again? The right to bear arms? How can you live in a country where the Constitution says you have the right to bear arms, but your state like New York says you can't carry a firearm? This is simple remedial shit. We shouldn't even be dealing with those amendments. That shit was fought for a long time ago. That should be over with. We're fighting for free speech. And the Democrats want to stop free speech. They want to stop you from protecting yourself and your family and your household. They want to imprison you for that. You got women getting burned alive on the train because an illegal immigrant got drunk and thought it was funny. There is blood on the hands of every Democrat that voted for Kamala and Joe Biden.
Shut the fuck up!
We still got states where you can't carry a firearm. And I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of y'all that's living in California, all these Starbucks, liberal ass states like New York, all these old sissified states that want to take on the motto of Canada, you need to leave. Your life depends on it. Criminals have more rights. Criminals have more rights than taxpayer, law-abiding citizens. We got mayors, like the mayor in Chicago, who want to fight Donald Trump on taking illegals out of our city and sending them back. Wants to call them citizens. And do they act like citizens? Hell no. They're breaking into houses, squatting everywhere, robbing folks, jumping old men. People are losing their lives for the bright ideas of a Democrat. I had high hopes for 2025, but with everything that's going on right now in 2025, there is a message being sent. And the message that's being sent is its own. It's on now. And these fried chicken Christians gonna find some way to blame Trump. Trump wasn't around for 4 years. He was fighting cases for his whole last year. For Biden's whole last year. I don't want to hear anything about what Trump did. Trump is walking into a complete mess. They are sending a message right now. We're jumping in all of these damn wars that we have nothing to do with. Ukraine and Russia. When the fuck did Ukraine ever did anything for us? I still to this day do not understand why do we give so much of a shit about Israel. Israel is just sucking this country dry. We're losing lives and money because of what they got going on. That is a religious war that we will never understand, and it won't stop. Whatever happened to stepping back and saying, handle y'all business? Trump coming with solutions to help piece that shit out. Black folks don't want that shit. I tell black folks this all the time. Trump can have a cure for cancer. You wouldn't take it. But you would deal with the person that was giving you cancer. Joe Biden and Kamala. But first of all, a lot of these black fried chicken Christians, these old niggas, they didn't see a problem. Sure, raise my gas through the roof, as long as we got Trump in there, out of there. Sure, let these illegals come over here and destroy our town and do cartwheels over the border. We'll foot the bill as long as Trump ain't in office. This is why I don't talk to old motherfuckers. Because the stupidity will frustrate you. I don't even have the conversations with them anymore because I already won once they spoke. Having a conversation with today's older black folks will only frustrate you. You say one bit of truth, they get emotional, raise their voice, and still back the bullshit. You got Christians over here, people supposed to be Christians, fried chicken Christians, die-hard Baptists in the church, and you cannot talk to them about Israel. They talking about praying for Israel in the black church. When has Israel ever prayed for the black church? Do you know what they say and think about Jesus, the prophet you revere as God himself in the flesh? Do you know what they think of it? Do you know what they think of your black ass? Now, I have to admit, like I told you when it comes to Trump, I like everything about Trump. I like everything he's doing except Israel. Can't get perfection, but it's better than what we had. I hate this country stands on dealing with Israel. I just do not understand what is the benefit of it. They don't think Jesus is in Israel. So you need to do some research. They think Jesus is in hell laying in a bunch of human excrement. That's what the Israelis believe when you mention Jesus. They spit on the ground you walk on if you're a Christian. They spit at you. The kids spit at you. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? See, this is what I'm saying. We're in an information age and people don't go look for the information. Jews absolutely despise Jesus. They despise a Christian. This is supposed to be a Christian nation. So by logic, they hate America. Christianity has way more in common with Islam than Judaism. who look at everybody who's not a Jew as cattle. Oh my God, it's not a Christian nation. Somebody always got to be the smartest person in the room. What's the national holiday in America? Christmas. It's a Christian nation. God damn, niggas is always got to be contrary. Even Trump can get squeezed into doing things. Yes. Because of Israel, I don't know what it is Israel has on us. You know, it's not a Christian nation. What is it, a Hotep nation? Stop it, man. All the presidents get sworn in on Bibles. Go to court, you swear on Bibles. It's a damn Christian nation, man. Just deal with it. I ain't saying everybody in here is Christian. The nation was built on Christianity. So how are we protecting people who hate Christians? Funding them and getting in their bullshit. Biden got us in a lot of mess, man. Now, we got domestic terrorists that have been indoctrinated by radicalism. And a lot of these radical Islamic groups have made their way across the border. They're doing recruiting. Trump told us this was going to happen, and now it's happening. How many times he's got to say, I told you so, for you to wake up? 2025 is about to get real. This is what I predict. I think the money is going to flow a little bit better. Economy is going to get better. Dangerous. Because we haven't factored in, I'm all for mass deportation. But we have not factored in the resistance and what that resistance is going to cause. Shout out to Utubu, my angry pastor. Here are the religious percentages. Israel population, Jewish 73.6%, Muslim 18.1%, Christian 1.9%, Druzi, I don't know what that is, 1.6%, other 4.8%. Yes. So by that logic, it's a Jewish nation. Look up the percentage of Americans that are Christians. Then you tell me this is not a Christian nation. Just because you ain't Christian don't mean you're not in a Christian nation. You can be Muslim in a Christian nation. They don't adhere to Sharia law here. So we're in a Christian nation. The facts are the fucking facts. But it's about to get real. The money gonna get a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a little bit easier on that, but the level of danger is going to be higher. And I'm going to tell you right now, avoid as much as you can. Large groups. And I'm talking about large groups like concerts. You know, overpacked clubs. You know, festivals. You know, those days, it's not safe. You know, Big events. Nope. Nope. For the next 4 years, you're going to have to be cautious about that. Intimate settings, man. The people you know. You know? Because there's a lot of craziness going on. Y'all remember in Vegas when they had that country concert and the dude just started shooting out the window? Sniping people? The Boston bomber, y'all want to go watch all of these marathons? I watch it on TV. Where it's safe at. Where I can keep Harriet Tubman on my hip. And speaking of the Boston bomber, do you know Joe Biden, amongst all the pardons and shit he got, he took a bunch of people who are terrorists, domestic terrorists, off of death row, including that Boston bomber. I don't know if you ever got a chance to see that documentary. He took a crock pot with a bunch of nails and shrapnel and ignited that and was blowing off people's legs and everything that was jogging. This is the guy that they elected. This guy is crazy. He's a nut. Literally, Joe Biden, I promise you, Joe Biden is like, if you ever been a landlord, Joe Biden right now, for the next 2 weeks, he's literally being like that tenant who you're about to evict, but gonna destroy the whole apartment on the way out. So when you finally get the apartment back and you get the keys and it's time to go, you gotta go fix and redo everything that this motherfucker destroyed because they was mad because they on their way out. That's Joe Biden. Every day you turn on the news, there's going to be something crazy happening while this dude is in the driver's seat. Joe Biden is literally taking the border wall down and auctioning off the metal. As if when Trump gets in, he's not going to start the wall back over. That's exactly what Joe Biden is doing. He's trashing your place while he's getting kicked out. That's exactly how it is, just like a bad tenant. Shout out to Oakview. He handing out 10 memberships. Salute to bro. Or the sister, I'm not sure. That's 10 memberships. Love to the church, man. Shout out to the people over there on Patreon too, man. I got something special for y'all this year. Like, who but a spiteful bitch would do something like that? Why are you tearing the wall down 2 weeks before you're leaving office to sell and auction off? Auction off the steel for what? That selling that steel ain't gonna cover half the damn a fraction, a tenth, a fifth of a percent of what you've been given to Israel and given to the Ukraine. He's just throwing away money on his way out. The underground weathermen. Not sure what that means. Well, blessings to you. Let's see. Biden is the substitute teacher. Trump whole family from this point need to be elected. Fam. He basically said, okay, I'm not going to be in office. I'm just going to make Trump's job even harder than it is. I'm gonna fuck this shit up so bad that the whole country gonna hate him. This is how you know that he don't care about the American people. We gotta suffer because you're mad at this man, this one man, because he hurt your feelings. We gotta suffer because you're a loser. We got a motherfucker with dementia literally on his way out in 2 weeks, allowing the enemy to come into our country. I just seen a bunch of protesters in Washington, D.C. pull down the American flag and pull up the Palestinian flag. Do you know what would happen to you if you did some shit like that in another country? Shout out to the freak with the 5 memberships. I appreciate that. You know, if you did that shit in another country, that'd be the last time you did anything on earth. This country's soft, man. It's soft. And we didn't have time to be soft. That's why we could not have no Kamala in office, man. Because when this shit get real, man, ain't no time for cackling, the AKAs dancing and all that. Ain't no abortion gonna save this motherfucking country, man. Ain't no abortion's gonna save this country. Shout out to Black Yankee, say Biden's acting like a bratty little child when they can't get their way. Yeah. And it angers me that our elders, the ones that we would seek wisdom for, just ain't wise. They just ain't wise, man. They still can't see the damage that Joe Biden is causing and has caused because they are traditional Democrats by tradition, not policies, not position, not interests, not their values, because they have no values. This is supposed to be the fried chicken Christian community, but they are concerned with killing unborn kids more than the security of the nation. All the violence that you see is Democratic based, man. The worst cities in America are Democrats. Democrat-ran cities. "2025 is about to get real. I'm telling you right now, ladies. I'm gonna start with the ladies first. This is what I need y'all ladies to do right now. Because most of y'all ladies, before y'all bumped into the church brothers and opened y'all mind, and I appreciate y'all for having a free thinking straight mind to come over here and be able to build with real men who are not compromised. You know your place and you know ours. We thank you. But I'm going to tell you what you need to be doing and stop bullshitting. Because I know y'all saving for your little purse, saving for your little trip down to Jamaica to hang out with your homegirls and all this shit, saving for your homegirl destination wedding with a marriage that's not going to work because both of them cheating. You know, saving up for your BBL. Fuck all that. Before you do any of that, you better take your ass to a conceal and carry class now. Since you want to be so independent and all that, okay, fine. Shit is real. You and your girlfriends have voted in the enemies of the world. You voted in the worst people of the world to come walking and marching across our borders because you thought it was a good thing to do. Bright ideas of idiots, Democrats. Now, things are not safe anymore. You the same people say defund the police and all this. Okay. So the police ain't showing up on time no more. You want to go marching with your bullhorn with Black Lives Matter and shit like that? Okay. You better go get your conceal and carry permit. And if you're in a city like New York, where they don't let you carry a weapon, leave. Your life depends on it. $5 challenge, church. Every bit helps. Shout out to Landy, man. Then I want you to first and foremost, before you even get the gun permit, go get some bear mace. Go get some bear mace. I bought on Amazon, I bought 6 cans of bear mace for the ladies in my family. And this bear mace was like a glove because it's wintertime. So you put the glove on and it got the mace right here. And you just do like this. You know? Get your mace game together. They carjacking, they stealing purses, they raping, they robbing. Get your mace game together. While you're waiting for your gun. Then go get you a firearm. Go get you a firearm. And go get one for you. That fits your hand, that you can shoot, that you comfortable with. A lot of you women go get these big old guns, you can't even hold them, motherfucker. Get you something that you can shoot accurately with and go to the range. Go to the range. You know? But matter of fact, before all that, your best defense, ladies, your best defense from anything is to run. Let me talk to y'all. Get off your fat ass today and get your ass in a gym. Black women are far too overweight and out of shape. Nobody to protect black women. We can't even pick your big ass up a flight of stairs if the house was burning. Gotta drag you down there. Your big ass. The enemy running up on you all crazy. You can't even run. Your ass out of shape. But you got a whole lot to say on Facebook. All in my comments. You can't even run away from a motherfucker. Let alone stand and fight. So before anything, to preserve your life, bitch, you better learn how to run. When the shit kick off at the concert and shit, bitch, you don't gotta learn how to run. See, to get that big ass BBL and all that ain't gonna get you out of danger. Just gonna make you a big ass target. Girl, you better run.
Shout out to Lanny. Told my daughter the same thing. Forget pepper spray. Practice with all your weapons. Never saw anyone take face hot of bear spray. Yeah, man, get some bear spray. Shout out to Landy, man. We appreciate you for sponsoring the show today with $105 on the super chat. Much love. Now the fellas, I don't gotta tell y'all much. You niggas know what to do. We the warriors. We the warriors. We know what to do. Most of the brothers are already prepared anyway. We locked and loaded. It's all about staying accurate, staying ready. When you go into places, look and make sure you know where all the exits are. This shit's about to get real. Ain't no more laxy daisy. Joe Biden has literally made the country uncomfortable. There's no, you have no, you don't have the privilege of being comfortable anymore. You have got to be on point. You can't go to the club and get drunk as hell and shit like that. No, you got to be sharp. Only time you better really unwind is in your home around your loved ones. You got to watch them too sometime, but shit. You can't be in the public crazy like that no more. Don't close the club. Don't close the venue down. Know when it's time to go. Soon as you see the bullshit kick off, bounce. Start stocking up. Shout out to my old head, Big Sam. He told me, get them non-perishables. Get your canned good game together. Get your canned good game together. Canned goods in the basement, hella meat in the deep freezer. Get your dried beans. You know? Because when they go ride at the, not the liquor store, at the grocery store in your local neighborhood and everything's all barricaded up and you can't get no food, and you can't travel, they got shit locked down, you need to have some shit on deck. A lot of water. You brothers got to train, man. You brothers got to train because these motherfuckers outnumber the police. So you're going to have to protect yourself. Better start training. You niggas better run. Get off your fat ass, put that blunt down. Real talk. And I told y'all niggas, man, every last one of y'all, the cliff test. I tell everybody about the cliff test. All you got to do is one. Strive for 10, but one pull-up can save your life. I don't want to hear nothing from no ladies. Oh, I'm a strong, independent woman. No, you ain't. If I put your fat ass on the cliff hanging like this, can you pull yourself up and save your life? Or you gonna scream for me to pull you up? You brothers too. 300-pound ass nigga, you better get with it. You need to put your mind right now in survival mode. Because all those conspiracy theories are now coming true. You know? Shout out to Utubu, say, this is why I went for just pearly teens. She's beautiful, fit, and hot. No, she's not. She looks like a goddamn pilgrim, but at least you're not gay. Almost gay, though. But you're not. And she cooks healthy, too. I love white women. They are hot pasta. Passport time. Yo, Y'all niggas almost gay, man. If you find that bitch attractive. Yeah, you find that bitch attractive. You're crazy. Shout out to Landy with another sponsorship. I'm gonna get LASIK this year if the church helps me. Matter of fact, I'm going to set up the GoFundMe for my LASIK. I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna be like this on the motherfucker. I gotta get LASIK. I gotta document that shit too. Y'all gonna see a nigga scared as hell too, boy. When they record me going, I'm gonna be scared as hell. I'm gonna have to get this LASIK, man. I've been slacking. We gotta get Jap a big screen LASIK or hooked on phonics. Now I'm reading it. Man, I can't see. Goddamn screen reader. But fuck y'all niggas. Fuck y'all niggas. I give myself a hooked on phonics today. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all niggas always roasting me. I give myself a reading rainbow. Fuck it. Yo, mama. Good, man. Shout out to Landy, man. Keeping the church doors open, man, and the heat on. In the winter. Yes, man. This is going to be a rough 2025, man. They've already set the precedence, man, of what's going to happen from day one, man. New Year's Day, two back-to-back domestic terrorist attacks. We're going to get into that, man. Shout out to Preston with the 20, man. Much love to you. You know, I thought we was gonna really have a good time, but man, it's getting real serious, man, and we cannot afford to play any games. You know, brothers got to train, man. These migrants are coming. They're not coming to be your friend. They're coming to take your place and to harm you. You're in danger. Everybody's in danger. Be afraid. Be very afraid. And blame it all on Democrats and Joe Biden. Let nobody deter you from the truth. That is the truth. No matter how bad these Democrats want to say Joe Biden was good and better than Trump, just wasn't happening. By far the worst president in presidential history. This is about to be the roughest 2 weeks we're going to have ever. He's a crook from everybody he pardoned to all the money that they stole. You know? It makes absolutely no sense to pull down the border wall right now. What point are you proving? Besides that you don't care about the well-being of Americans, whether it's fentanyl, sex trafficking, you know, or terrorism. Because make no mistake about it, they know that terrorists have came into this country already. And they know who's responsible. The media is suppressing the truth to keep the perception of the Democrats looking like they are a noble group and have a noble cause. No. We are seeing every day, and from CNN to NBC to ABC, more and more you're starting to see people embarrassing them on their own platforms with the truth because they've lied for years. Whether it be Don Lemon, CNN, they have been lying. Now the lies are being exposed, just like Cat Williams said. It ain't just the celebrities that's getting exposed. It's everything we've been told is now being exposed. And that's fine and dandy and all that. That's great for argument's sake, but I'm not here to argue. I'm not trying to win an argument. I'm trying to win in life. We'll let the Democrats have a debate. The terrorists ain't came over here to debate. can give a damn what you post. They ain't trying to outpost you. They don't care about views. And people are losing their lives because of this radical ideology of the woke. And I'm glad we have Donald Trump coming in office to end that. But at the same time, Biden ain't gonna make it easy for him. So just keep that in mind. New Year's Day, man. People still hung over from New Year's Day. Can't even get back in the speed of things, and now it's terrorist attacks. But like I said, the Democrats are getting embarrassed on their own platforms. I love it. But we still got to make sure we remain serious, man. Keep an eye on everything going, man. And hopefully they're giving out some rewards for turning these people in, because I'm with that. I'm turning in 10 people a week. 10 illegals a week. I'm going out looking for it. If they tell us it's a reward for bringing in immigrants, anywhere from 500 per immigrant, 1,000, nigga, I'm going to be rich. Y'all be like, damn, Jap, you ain't been doing the show lately, because I'm out on the hunt for immigrants. Nigga. Ice badge, nigga. I'm trying to get him out of here. But yeah, man, the Democrats getting embarrassed on their own platforms with their BS, man. It's laughable, but it ain't. Let's see.
Candidate, Kamala was forced on us so hard you'd think she was patented by Pfizer or Moderna.
See, this was New Year's Day. Who's that? Anderson Cooper? And who's the other sweetheart that's with him? What's this guy's name? I forgot this guy's name.
It was amazing that the pro-choice party didn't give their voters one. Kamala was forced on us so hard you'd think she was patented by Pfizer.
Ain't that crazy? We was a pro-choice, but they didn't have a choice for Kamala. Democrats are pro-choice, but you don't get a pro-choice for who you're going to elect. Isn't this crazy? It's nonsense. Let's go.
Or Moderna, whichever one's, oh God. Andy just gave me a very scary look.
No!
Let me be clear though, 2024 was not only negative, so divided, but we actually came together a lot this year. Like as a nation, we unanimously agreed that we would rather see J-Lo in a toxic relationship than in concert. We all agreed the government totally knows what drones are and aren't telling us. The drones are still up there and we have no idea what's behind.
Well, what's up with these drones? What's going on with these drones, man? Dude, remember that balloon? We had now we got the drones over New Jersey. Remember there was a balloon? Man, this has all been calculated, man.
No idea. I mean, they're still up in the sky by Boeing. The point is, I think we all agree on a lot of things. And since I only have a minute left live on establishment media, why don't we just say a bunch of things that we know that they'll never cover? Okay, ready, go. Trump Jr. didn't have any silverware in his house. No one thought that was weird?
Oh my God. This lady going crazy. Hey, if you remember the second Trump shooter at the Mar-a-Lago, he lived in Hawaii and his next door neighbor, I think I might have showed y'all, his next door neighbor was a black lady and he lived with a horse in his front room of his house. He had a horse in his living room. Dude, sometimes I'll be like, why y'all don't call the police? Black women call the police on the most little shit when it comes to a man, but you just living next door to a weirdo with a horse in the front of his house. It was a horse in his house.
Are we still rolling? Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia put money into Disney, so just know there won't be any girl characters in the next Cars movie. Are we still rolling? This is wild. Okay, why have so many presidents' chefs died? Weird.
Where's the cocaine from Hunter Biden? That's what I want to know. I still want to know that. I'm never gonna let up on that.
Boy Scout of America, they renamed itself Scouting America. You know who else changed their name? Sean Combs. Just saying, let's learn something in 2025. I can't believe you guys are still letting me go. This is amazing. I love CNN. Please stop me, Andy, because I will just keep going.
Man, just, you know, they would never let that type of stuff. All of these companies are losing their ratings, their traction now. You know what I'm saying? Because they reported fake news for so long and now they've been exposed. And everything that they tried to do against Trump didn't work. Now MSNBC is up for sale. You know. Joy Reid is she's gonna have to take a pay cut. A lot of motherfuckers taking a pay cut. Or if they don't fire her. But, you know, Joe Biden, again, man, he's leaving this country a mess. He's leaving this country a mess. And it's a shame that Trump is going to have to fix everything that he's done. Just being honest with you, man. Just being honest, man. Like I say, Joe Biden is literally like that bad tenant that you got to evict, and he going to trash the place on the way out. You're going to have to replace the appliances. You're going to have to fix you have to repaint the house, the carpet all messed up. You're going to piss the shit off. You're going to have to redo the plumbing, everything. You're going to flood the place. Basically going to burn your damn place down. That's Joe Biden. Joe Biden, y'all.
Foods are lower today than when the previous administration left office.
It's because of Joe Biden that we have now essentially turned our southern border into a welcome mat for terrorists.
The most dangerous terrorist threat to our homeland is white supremacy.
To suggest that we have to build a wall across our southern border.
No, the most dangerous is liberals. Liberal media, woke ideology, you know, from everything from the perversion of the children with the trans gentleman reading to them. Everything that they do is moralist. But the old comfortable Negro just cannot see.
Foods are lower today than when the previous administration left office.
It's because of Joe Biden that we have now essentially turned our southern border into a welcome mat for terrorists.
The most dangerous terrorist threat to our homeland is white supremacy.
To suggest that we have to build a wall across our southern border because there are terrorists who are trying to invade the country.
See how they try to keep making us feel bad and shame us for wanting to secure the border? They tried to shame us and saying that by us saying that we're bringing in dangerous people, and we are. We are. They try to make you feel bad for not having compassion for these people who don't love you. If they don't fucking know the language, how could they know the law? That's all I say. If you don't know the language, the Constitution, or nothing about this country except for what they were willing to do for you and the free shit you get, how you gonna obey the law? How many people got to get burned in the train for you to realize that we need to start sending these people back home immediately?
Supremacy.
To suggest that we have to build a wall across our southern border because there are terrorists who are trying to invade the country. It couldn't be farther from the truth.
This is not a terrorist event.
They believe that there was potentially an ISIS flag on the back of that vehicle.
New Orleans was impacted by a terrorist attack.
Afghan national is in custody, accused of planning to kill Americans in the name of ISIS on Election Day.
If people on our terrorist watch list can simply walk into our open southern border, then why do we have one at all?
But soon you're going to know who I am.
We have sworn enemies on the terrorist watch list in the United States, and we don't even know where they are. President Biden does not secure this border, we're going to have another 9/11. That's how serious this is.
Yep. Shout out to Henry with the 5. What do I think about the H-1B the H-1B visas? Man, I'm not a fan of it. I think this is the trade-off that Trump had to compromise to get the endorsement from those rich billionaires. This is the trade-off. And the reason why the billionaires want those H-1B visas, it's not like these people are super skilled like they're trying to profess. They're just able to pay these people less. They're going to be able to pay these people less, and they're going to give them less problems because they're not privileged Americans. So I'm not a fan of it, but they don't pose a danger as high as that border. Because again, these people it's not that many of them like the border. What is like 60,000 or something like that? So even if it's 500,000, that's not close to what is coming across that border that's unskilled, useless, you know what I mean, and don't speak our language. Even though, they're going to keep trying to push the India thing on us and everything like that. I don't see them as being a danger. Now, yes, we don't really need them. Yeah, they in the way, they're clogging up the pipeline. You know what I'm saying? As far as, with certain jobs and shit like that. But you ain't going to be able to get a job if you're dead. So I think the border is more of a priority. By this little bit of that's coming over to go work at Amazon and go work for Elon. My direct threat as a person that's living in Chicago is the illegal immigrants and paying for them. Paying for them is something that I don't want to do. Paying for them is something I don't want to do. Hold on one second. I need to reset something. Hang on real tight, and I'm about to reset this real quick. Second. I feel the rain. I feel the rain. I feel the rain. I feel the rain. Hold on, is we back? Give me a 1 in the chat, y'all can still hear me. Okay, cool. We good. Okay, we good. But yeah, I'm not tripping on that H1, the HB1, whatever, H1B, whatever visa shit. I'm not a fan of it. Don't get me wrong. I don't think we need any more immigrants. With all this attacks that we about to probably experience, I really want them to shut, me personally, I want them to shut immigrants Like not one person, not approving one single legal immigrant. I don't know. Immigration, just do away with it, period, for 15 years. Let's reset and get America back on track and start letting people in one at a time. You know? Hold on. Is it still working? Hold on. Is it? Because I see they fucking playing with my goddamn stream right now. Is the stream good money right now, y'all? Because I can't see what you see. I only see me. Is the stream good money? We need to know that before we start really getting into this cooking, man. Okay, but yeah, people are the one, they're actually working, you know. I've heard other people say that they don't, and I do agree with this. I don't think that they should be able to go to community colleges, state-funded colleges. I don't think they should get paid college tuition. I think if they got over there, they need to be paying, they need to be footing the bill for themselves. They America, so I don't think America should be contributing to them. I think they should be able to show us what they made of when they get here. You know, I don't think it should be a free ride. No, I think it should be a struggle. I think it should be a damn hard struggle. I don't think they should be getting incentivized or programs. You know, I think they need to prove themselves. But in the midst of them proving themselves, they're not running around here robbing folks and doing all the stuff that the people who doing cartwheels across the border are doing. No. So I say the most imminent threat is that border. But I don't think we need to be letting anybody in for 15 years. God, we got enough people here. We don't need any more people. We don't need any more people. Like, fix your country. They be like, oh yeah, the Indians are they are the most intelligent. They're in IT and they doctors and this. And why they country look like shit? Why ain't nobody breaking down the doors to go live in India or Africa, all these other places? Show us what you made of there. Make something happen there. That's all I'm saying. Tie these ass. You know? Shit, in India, they still got people shitting in the middle of the street. There's no way. You know what I'm saying? Say, don't exhale yet because Trump is in. No, we can't. We can't. Shout out to Real Talk 100 with the 5. Say, Brahmin East Indian is soon to be head director of FBI. It's an East Indian infiltration of all high positions. They are getting everything free. Fuck out of here. Yeah, I told y'all. I started noticing the pattern. The vice president to be named his son after Vivek Ramaswamy. Started coming into play. We had Kamala Harris. We started seeing all of these Indians. And I told you, I'm like, man, have you noticed that now they're starting to lump all the Indians in? You know, we have the Asian bill, but we didn't never consider Indians Asian. A lot of foolish people would look at Indians like how they would look at Arabs, but they're actually Asians. You know, and we've been coddling to them. We've been coddling to their community. So yeah, man, the Asian infiltration is here. And they are racist. They are racist. I've worked in corporate with plenty of Asians. They are racist to your black ass. They do not play. They will turn up on your black ass quick. And they are very condescending and rude. And if you think you're going to get help from the Indian community in America, you're sadly mistaken. Who made the car, light bulb, skyscraper, train, oil, gas? Get out of here. Yeah, bro. But yeah, I mean, you know, they're hard workers. But why they don't work hard where they're at? Why y'all don't work hard where the fuck you at? You know? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. They're oppressed. How? Damn. Wash your ass. You know what I'm saying? Stop shitting in the street. We letting over people who ain't even got a toilet system. You know, I'm not. You know, we got to stop babysitting the world, man. We're trying to police the planet. Fuck out of here, man. We don't got time for that, man. We do not have time for that shit. You know, but the border is a serious thing, and people think the media kept our eyes. They kept our eyes on the Latinos. We got distracted by the Venezuelans. You know, we got distracted by the Haitians. But we were not thinking about the Indians, the Arabs, and the CCP Chinese. The Asians were down there too. But here's the thing about them. If you notice, they didn't come with wife and children. They speaking full English, alone. Maybe one or two of the guys. They didn't come with a family. And I ain't see a lot of Asian women. And I ain't see a lot of Indian women. I didn't see a lot of the men. And a lot of them was coming from the UK. They flew down to Central America from the UK and made. They mapped that shit out. They let the little villagers from the Guatemala, Venezuela, and Mexico, they let them pave the way while they just creep right on in. Yep. See, these motherfuckers just want to go, you know, see, these motherfuckers, they can make a call and get money sent to them while they already got their connect back home. See, they ain't coming over here to be welfare recipients. They came over here on a mission. They were sent here on a mission. Shout out to Speed Radio. Say, who's more racist towards blacks? Indians, Mexicans, or Asians? Man. Woo. Okay, so when you say racist, we got to put it in its proper context. Because sometimes we use the word racist a little too loosely and we say, oh, it's just insults. Oh, he said something disparaging. He said something mean against my race. You know? And that would just be like prejudice. Oh, they don't like me because I'm black. That would be prejudice. But see, when you say racism, you got to put the prejudice and add in power and then a mission to destroy or set back a people. Mexicans don't have power to actually push racism to stop us from any type of progress. Because they're not getting in the system. They're their own little community. And they're not the most innovative people to where they are, you know, elevating culture-wise. They just bring Mexico to America. They make a little bitty Mexico. The Asians and the Indians are both Asians, but let's just be real about it. They do business on high levels. And they're getting into politics. Now, the Asians will bring a little bit of China, a little bit of Japan, but they still send their children to corporate America. They get in corporate America and get powerful there. And that could be a setback to your black ass from progressing financially and career-wise, because they have power over you to hold you back and implement the racism that they use in the nail salon or at the Chinese chicken wing fried rice spot. But in 2025, I think the most powerful of the three that you named would be the Indians, because not only are they don't like your black ass, they'll get in positions to set your black ass back and not let your black ass get in. And now they're in politics. See, it's not a whole lot of Chinese and Japanese in the politics like the Indians have got themselves into. And the Arabs too. Make no mistake about that too. The Arabs are racist too, and they will hold you back too. You know, I would put the Indians and the Arabs probably be the highest level of racist towards black folks present day. Because they're getting in positions of real power and can really derail black progress, no matter where you study or whatever you know. Because in their mind, they consider themselves white, and white people have anointed them power to do so. And what is that word where you, oh my God, what is that word that the Jews practice this? Like they hire family. I can't remember the word where you keep bringing up your family into the business. They said that shit about LeBron when LeBron got his son. I forgot. What is that word called? They practice nepotism the same way Jews do. See, the Jews are powerful, but they are covert racists. The Indians are blatant in America with the racism, as well as the Asians. See, they were able to get that, but they are united. Don't get me wrong, they're united, because the Asian hate bill was a black folks stop fucking with us bill, or we gonna get you fucked up bill. The Asian hate bill was not directed towards any other group but black folks. Because black folks was kicking their ass back when they was kicking ass in them Korean beauty supply stores, the nail shops, going in, attacking women and shit like that. When black folks was kicking ass back, Asian hate bill came out. Leave them alone. Because America had plans for these people. America had plans for the Asians. And it shows. They have been prioritized. Who's it? Money Mondays. They're dating black women. I know this for a fact. They'll be dating. Yeah. Black women that date anybody, though. I mean, who can't get a black woman? Say, I'm getting some lag. Hold on. Let me see. What the fuck you saying? Yeah. Let's see. Forgot about the Arabs. I told you. Nigga, read the chat. What the fuck are you saying? Nigga, read the chat, nigga. That's what I'm doing, motherfucker. I don't know what's going on, man. They say he's messing with the string. But yeah, nepotism. So, you know, they're going to hire family members and friends of family before they hire your black ass. So it makes black folks have to work even harder because they have a network that we cannot get in. And that's why I always said that it pissed me off with working in corporate America that black folks didn't stick together. That when I was in corporate, the only motherfucker that helped me was a white man, because the black brothers that I thought that was brothers that we like the same age, shit like that, hating on me, don't want to help me. Just like with the old niggas now. Like I told y'all, I was trying to buy a bar. Old niggas wouldn't give me no game. Black niggas. They be on that Roland Martin shit. They be on that Roland Martin shit. We don't do that. We don't practice nepotism. We too busy trying to integrate with these people who hate us. We don't have a solid network. Look at the fucking manosphere. Fam, I bullshit you not. Every time I roast the Pilgrim, Just Pearly Things, you know who come to our defense? Black men. Now this killed me. All these black men, man, but she this, and she did. You need to just leave it alone. Like, fuck you, nigga. Y'all wasn't saying none of that shit when I was cooking Sansa Raider. So it's cool for me to cook Sansa Raider, but when I get at your little pale princess, you niggas got tender. This is what I'm telling you. Niggas ain't my biggest adversaries with doing the work I do is black men. And I do this for black men. And our own biggest enemy. All these motherfuckers talking about, yeah, I fuck with Jap show. When the hell you ever seen them share my shit? That's why I stopped sharing nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, niggas don't stick together. Niggas is too busy trying to suck that Pilgrim's titty. You know what I'm saying? Then to see what's real. But it's all good when I'm roasting that motherfucking, that goddamn host of rape. Niggas ain't saying, leave it alone. They let me go 100 miles an hour. I say one thing about that goddamn Pilgrim. Here come the black man. Man ain't even coming to save her. It's just white, it's just black niggas. That's how backwards we are. No damn loyalty to the movement or the game. Here come the black niggas. Black people could practice, but put in place all other things other races do to come up. We be too worried about what other groups think once we do it. That's the FBA shit. That's why niggas is going against it. You got black men that are FBA going against it. I'm like, all right, man. It's for your own good. You realize all these other motherfuckers do not fuck with you. You know, it's crazy. You came up with a good point. Pilgrim Things came after watching Kevin Samuels himself. She mimicked them. She said it herself, black create, white imitate. Yeah, but because I don't got 1 million subscribers, I'm a hater. She got 1 million of you dumbasses fool. You need to add Jamaicans in the FBA. How can Jamaicans be Americans? They're not foundational to America. They're foundational to Jamaica. You will be FBJ. I can't be a Jamaican. If they was giving out Jamaican reparations, I couldn't bring my ass over like, no, who is this nigga, man? Nah, y'all would be like, hell no, nigga. Y'all FBJ, we FBA. I mean, it's cool. It ain't no hatred there, but it's just what we are. Most of those groups, me and Minister, also practice jingoism, to which I think FBA black people should practice too, instead of being overly inclusive. Yeah, man, we include everybody in our shit till we can't control it no more. You know, we create shit and then let everybody else get credit for it. But back to this goddamn border. Back to this goddamn border, man. Hold on. Oh, okay. We are letting in dangerous groups, fam. Dangerous groups. And we ignore the signs. We got terrorists coming from ISIS, Al Qaeda, and everything. They came down there and walked their little brown ass with the Mexicans, Guatemalans, and with them. They speak English and they on a mission. And they was trying to warn your black ass, but you ain't listen.
Smart enough, you will know who I am. But you are really not smart enough to know who I am.
You see? You are not smart enough to know who I am. This motherfucker going down there doing a recruiting mission. We got people on the FBI watch list that we letting in on probation.
By the way, if you are smart enough, you will know who I am. But you are really not smart enough to know who I am. But soon you're gonna know who I am.
All we thinking about is MS-13. They are easy to pick out. This is a motherfucker who will get hired at your job and be working in IT somewhere, or fuck around and be your boss. See, MS-13s are easy ass tattoos and scrabble on their face. Fucking nightmare. This guy, you a hiring manager, Ahmed, because you think he's gonna work hard. Yeah, he gonna work hard because he's coming in there to learn the system to hack the whole place.
By the way, if you are smart enough, you will know who I am. But you are really not smart enough to know who I am. But soon you're gonna know who I am. Very easy.
Wow, very easy. The entitlement.
No, believe me, I'm much better than that.
They telling you. Don't know who he is. He know who he is. He knows who he is. In America, let me talk to y'all, man, because like I told you, we're gonna be talking heavy all day. So, because we gotta take it there. America, there's two groups of people that America needs to leave the fuck alone. And as military folks in here, I would love to hear from y'all on what y'all think about this. But there are two groups that America needs to leave the fuck alone, and I'm going to say why. America needs to leave China and when I say China, these people I'm going to lump in Korea, North Korea too. Those people, you need to leave the fuck alone. There's no reasoning with them or none of that. The other groups is the Arabs. You need to leave them the fuck alone. We will never beat them. I know it sounds good. Oh, we got all this. We got all the latest technology. This is it. I'm gonna tell you one thing that both of those groups have that we don't have. Motherfuckers who were trained to die. You're dealing with people who die for a cause, who can't wait to do it since they were 4. See, we got people who are trained to kill. That is different. Anybody can be trained to kill. Because you want to survive. You do not have an Americanized. We've been training to die from inception. There is a difference between being trained to die and to put your life on the line. There's still hope there. Risking your life, there's still hope there. See, that's what we have. We got warriors. We got warriors who are trained well, but they still live off the hope of actual survival. We are talking about who have been trained that the greatest moment of your life is when you die for this cause, this. Chinese folks, when they dishonor themselves, Chinese soldiers, they will kill themselves before they let you kill them. They will slit their own throat with a katana. We do not have that type of love and passion for anything. Because there's still always the will to wanting to live. These are people who are true kamikaze. We need to leave these people alone. Fighting for something that we will never understand. They come to die. They come to kill. Before the mission, they already tell you, you're not going to see me anymore. They're ready to do this. Americans still trying to survive it. You know? We ain't got warriors like that. That's a level, that's some crazy shit. You need to leave these motherfuckers alone. Stay out of their business. Leave China. I still think they still got the spirit of wanting to live too. I don't see them going as extreme as the Asians and the Arabs. I don't see, yeah, they get crazy, they get wild, but they still want to be able to survive it and tell the story. No. They really been born to sacrifice themselves. Even the women will strap a bomb to their chest. Shout out to Landy, bro. Even the women will strap a bomb to their chest, man. You need to leave Asians and Arabs alone. It's a death wish. It is a death wish. And the Arabs are really laughing at us. We spent 4 years trying to figure out what a man and what a woman is. We've been the joke. Joe Biden has made us a joke on the world stage. These other countries are looking at this. They're laughing and they're strategizing. They're letting us destroy ourselves. It's just like the KKK. The KKK ain't running no more with white sheets on, riding on horses, shotguns, and burning crosses. They don't gotta do that. All they do is drop a crate of guns, some liquor, some blunts, and some Jordans in the neighborhood, and we'll do it ourselves. We'll do it to ourselves. And they can just sit back and watch the show from their iPad. That's what a lot of these other countries have been doing, watching us destroy ourselves. A lot of these other countries were really rooting for Kamala. Why they say Russia collusion and all these other countries were colluding to get Trump in there? No, they wasn't. They wanted Kamala in there because they know that that would be the end of America, because it's destroying itself with these dumb ass ideas and woke notions. This is the mindset of the Arab, how they align themselves with the woke.
So here's a paradox. In America, we have a political left. It's a progressive left. As you know, it's sexually permissive. And this political movement appears strangely allied with radical Islam. Can you explain this?
When I was an extremist.
Look at this shit now. Most of the Democrats are aligned with Hamas and, you know what I'm saying, the radical Democrat, the woke. They with all of the BS. When I told you, from a free thinking straight black man point of view, both of y'all to Gaza, both of y'all don't got no love for my people. It ain't my concern to deal with either one of y'all as far as what y'all going through. Fight y'all own fight. We stepping back. FBA, we stepping back and we just look. We just gonna wait for the smoke to clear. We just waiting to see who gonna win. We do not need to be jumping in.
Strangely allied with radical Islam. Can you explain this?
When I was an extremist, Islamist, fundamentalist, I would only vote left.
Why is that?
Listen to what this man said when he was an extremist in Islam, because all groups have extremists. You know what I'm saying? But when he was an extremist, he would only vote left. Here's why. It goes back to what I told y'all with the KKK. They're going to destroy themselves. Listen to what he said.
Left.
Why is that?
I saw them as I was an extremist, Islamist, fundamentalist. I would only vote left.
Why is that?
I saw them as very stupid. I would fear the conservatives because they come with principle.
Thank you. The easiest way to destroy America is to let it destroy itself. So if you really hate America, you would be voting left. This is going to go over the heads of a lot of old folks because they don't see that this is a strategy. You idiots are killing yourselves. Yeah, I'll help you. Kamala, cool. Transgenders, cool. Let's watch the show. We not somebody in there that has principles, morals, dignity, decency. No way.
Only vote left.
Why is that?
I saw them as very stupid. I would fear the conservatives because they come with principle. That's not someone they can brainwash. But the left, I know they have no values and no principles to begin with.
Thank you. What did I tell y'all? How do we vote, y'all? Values, interests, policies. They don't have no principles. None of it. The Democrats stand on absolute nothingness. They stand on emotions. Now shit done got real. When the Islamic extremists rock with, the group that the Islamic extremists rock with, you need to evaluate who you rock with.
Mentalist, I would only vote left.
Why is that?
I saw them as very stupid. I would fear the conservatives because they come with principle. That's not someone they can brainwash. But the left, I know they have no values and no principles to begin with. I dare you to find one Islamic extremist that votes for Donald Trump. Never do it.
Never. Because he would dignify the people. They want these people to have filthy, they want the enemy to have filthy minds because it actually helps them justify why they're doing the extremism that they're doing and why they're pushing and promoting the BS they're doing. They want them to not be a decent people because then they won't feel guilt for what they do to them. So yes, they're going to encourage you to do the wildest, stupidest things, the pride and all of that. Yeah. Because it dehumanizes you.
That's not someone they can brainwash. But the left, I know they have no values and no principles to begin with. I dare you to find one Islamic extremist that votes for Donald Trump. Never do it. They'd give their vote to the leftist who wants to run around in pride parades. And Islamic extremists are against gays and homosexuals and transgenders, but they want the left to go and get busy with that. They want them, go speak about the climate.
Go get busy with that. You see, they're laughing at the agendas of the left. The woke agenda is laughable. It's not practical because it results in nothingness.
Gays and homosexuals and transgenders, but they want the left to go and get busy with that.
What do you mean non-citizens can't vote? You don't think that Islamic extremists are getting citizenship? Ain't you in Michigan? Have you seen Dearborn, Michigan? Dearborn, Michigan is basically like the little Middle East. They do the Adhan call on the loudspeaker all day out there. You swear you were in the Middle East. They do the Adhan call for every prayer. How are they not voting? They voting.
They want them, go speak about the climate, go speak about abortion, go kill yourselves, go do that. And Omar, she's fighting for abortion rights and all the other, my body, my choice. Yes, go do that, go do it. But would she have an abortion? Never. Never. Would she kill a Muslim in her stomach? Never.
Exactly. Ilhan Omar don't even believe the shit that she's pushing. She's a secret enemy. She showed us that she's a secret enemy to America when you seen her go over to Somalia and tell Somalia she's gonna make. The hell we have any dealings with Somalia that we need to be doing right by them? Her allegiance is with Somalia, not with America. She should have been impeached, done with, out of politics right then and there. But this weak country still allow these people who have allegiances to other countries come use and abuse our country and then talk down on it on a public platform with influence.
What is the fundamentalist and jihadi agenda for America?
The future of America has to be Muslim.
And that's what they're going for right now. and they're recruiting. So if you didn't want radical extremism to come to America, because I'm gonna be real, even as a Muslim, Sharia law, liberty don't mix. It don't mix. And you're gonna view Sharia law as oppression. You need to leave Sharia law where it's at, where the people agree on it. It's not gonna work here. It's too much of a melting pot. We don't have one culture, we have a bunch of cultures. I was brought up in the rowdy 60s of Cali, not so much the silicon and tech meltdown of integrate. Okay. You a rolling 60s, you a crip, cuz? Yeah, Sharia law wouldn't work here. I mean, we got liberated women and women's rights and all that. No, it's not happening over here. It's not happening, bro. You know, it's not happening. They get feminism. It's not gonna happen over here. You know, the UK already. You see what's happening over the UK. They fighting all day because they didn't let a whole nother culture. It's not about the people, race or color. It's about cultures clashing. It's about cultures clashing. It's too many cultures. And they didn't been too generous and they had the door open for too long. Now they're getting taken over. So the way that the script was originally wrote for that country to operate is being undermined by other cultures of immigrants who don't want to acclimate with that culture. I just seen was it South Africans or West Africans? They took over fucking Italy on New Year's, and they getting bold. They putting up signs, fuck Italy, this, and this. I'm like, see, this is what happens. This is what happens. You can't make the world a melting pot. We have tribes for a fucking reason. Sometimes you got to stick with your own and understand when you're a visitor. You can't be a visitor when you got an invasion. If we leave these 10 million illegal immigrants over here, that was North Africans. Okay, my bad. North Africans in Italy, but they going crazy. You get a chance, look at that footage of the North Africans in Italy, and they are disrespecting the hell out of Italians. They talking about they taking over. Fuck Italy. Ain't no more Italy. I'm like, damn. That's what's going to happen here in America. You keep bringing all of these people in who don't want to be Americans. They want to be Venezuelans on our soil. They want to be Pakistanis on our soil. You know, they want to be Indians on our soil. No, you need to acclimate or get the fuck on. And that's what that process of the immigrant process was supposed to be, to get you acclimated to make you an American. Just throwing them up in here, then they creating little bitty versions of their country in these areas, fucking up the ecosystem, man. You know what I'm saying? That Ice-T video, I did see that shit, man. Shout out to Black Panther, man. I'm definitely gonna give me a fish sandwich, man. I'm gonna need it because we got a lot of preaching to do today, man. Now, I told you, man, I'm just getting warmed up with y'all today, man. We about to go in. We're gonna be here for a while. We gotta break down what has happened with this terrorist attack in New Orleans and in Las Vegas at the same time, how they correlate, what went down. Again, those of you who are just coming up in the chat, go to the top of the chat, hit that link, hit subscribe. In-depth, uncut lecture where we're going to be showing a lot of the graphic details of what happened with both of these situations that we cannot show on YouTube because YouTube's sensitive and they turn into the Walt Disney Network. So we will be going over the Rumble for that portion of the aftermath of these tragedies. First and foremost, it's not a funny matter. I definitely want to say condolences to all those who were hurt, those who lost their lives, the families, everything like that. You know, death is real. Death hurts. Death ain't to be played. We have got to buckle down and understand that right now things are critical, things are serious. You have got to protect yourself at all times. Your life is on the line every time you leave the house because of the climate that the Democrats have created, the danger that the Democrats have put your life in, your children in. You have got to think about safety first, not about what makes a person feel good. You know, you rather sound racist and be alive than be inclusive and not survive. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely, you know what I'm saying, gonna keep our head on a swivel out here. We're gonna take a short break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna break down everything that went down with these two terrorist attacks down to the molecule. You know how we do at the church. You know what I'm saying? You know how we do at the church, man. Y'all niggas get y'all shit together. You know, get y'all shit together, man. I'm gonna leave y'all with Kearney, man. Nah, you know what? We need to tighten this shit up, man. I'm tired of you woke motherfuckers, man. No more woke. The woke is over.
Fifth Avenue North. On yesterday, we had a historical thing that happened in the city of Birmingham. They call it historical, you know, made history and all that kind of stuff. But I'm here this morning to talk about another his story. To me, yesterday was one of the most bizarre scenes I ever seen in this city. One of the most comedic scenes I ever witnessed in public. When I witnessed men with size 13, 14 shoes out there kissing each other in the mouth in front of little kids. It was just bizarre. It was like a freak scene going on. That's what I call it. Now, I know about the government and laws being made, but I got a law this morning that came out of Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 31. And it says, shall a man leave his mother and father and join to his wife, and they shall become one. And to have your kids out there yesterday, 6, 7 years old, holding flags, the Bible said, provoke not your children to riot. Proverbs 22 and verse 6, 7. Train up a child in the right way he should go. And when he get old, he wouldn't depart. I'm so delighted and honored that God would have me bold enough to stand here and talk about this issue. Well, all the preachers was yesterday. You know what I mean? The only time gonna make them come out them doors when they stop them tithes and offering in your church. And you can't have Men's Day no more, and Youth Day, and Women's Day. I bet you're going to have a sign in your hand with Brussels Ed then. You're going to be standing in front of the White House then. No, y'all got to leave us alone. You know what I mean? But somebody should have stood up yesterday. Ain't it funny everybody got a right but the Christian? So I'm here this morning to talk about my right, because I got a right too. I can barely say praise the Lord in public now. I might go to jail. I might threaten a lawsuit on the job. You can't tell a person to have a blessed day. Ain't it sad? Y'all, I got a text this morning, gonna share it, which I'm getting on out here. I got a text all the way from Washington, D.C., and I'm gonna go on and break the news to y'all, and y'all in the back of me also. In 2 more years, in 2016, February the 9th, you won't only be able to marry your partner that you play football with no more. You're gonna be able to marry your dog, you're gonna be able to marry your cat, you're gonna be able to marry your snake, you're gonna be able to marry your rat, your roaches. Some of y'all been with the roaches so long, you might well go and marry the roach. He been around your house so long, you're gonna be able to marry your broom, your mop. Ain't we going crazy in this world, y'all? Ain't we going crazy? I know Alabama made a lot of money yesterday. I know somebody else made a lot of money too. Duracell ain't got no batteries on the shelf this morning. All the batteries gone. I tried to find a battery for my radio this morning. Couldn't find them nowhere. I said, what happened? They said, Rev, they bought all the batteries last night. They celebrated some kind of way. Just bought all the batteries. What they do to the batteries, no after that. I'm a preacher. I don't go there. You know what I mean? I don't know what they did with all them batteries. Now, Mr. Mayor, don't stop me in the hallway, you and your security team, and tell me I can't come here talking like I talk, because you got a political job to do, I got a biblical job to do. And I'm gonna do mine and you do yours. I'm gonna stay in my lane and you stay in yours. I ain't.
There you go. Whole world is backwards, man. We got to restore some order and some dignity around here, man. Restore order. Make men men again. Make women women again, man. And be proud of it. You know? Be proud of it. We are living in, I hate to sound like an old man, living in the last days. It's crazy right now. You know? And again, I told y'all before, I gave y'all the warning. Y'all have got to avoid large crowds. Avoid these large crowds, man. You know, it ain't we ain't in the climate for that no more, man. You see these people going down to Times Square, that could have been bad if that was at Times Square. If something happened at that, man. You know, these people, I found out another thing about Times Square that's disgusting. I will never go watch the ball drop. You're crazy. Did you know that all the people who go down to New York for Times Square to watch the countdown and the ball drop, they are down there for upwards of 18 hours? And there's no washrooms. They're wearing Pampers. I did not know that. I never thought of it. I never thought of that. They walking around, everybody walking around with Pampers, pissing on themselves, shitting on themselves, stinking. So that bitch you trying to holler at, she got shit in her drawer. Dog, I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. There are 1 million people in the street. Where are you going to go to the washroom at? Once they open them gates, you're stuck in there all day. You're stuck in there. It's never been that serious. Greg know what you know I'm not lying. They pull it up on Instagram or TikTok or anything else. You're interviewing people. White ladies say, yeah, we wear diapers. We got Depends. I got a couple of changing Depends. They literally pulling off their pamper with their skirt, throwing it on the ground. You could be stepping in shit. It's piss all over. Said the whole New York, that shit look good on TV. It's been looking good on TV for years. Said that whole area, everybody smelled like shit. You think they got porta potties? You think they got a porta potty system for 1 million motherfuckers? We're not talking about Lollapalooza here, where you can go walk and stand in line to the porta potties. No. This is people from all around the world stuffed on a block to count down the new year. They motherfuckers be hugging and kissing and proposing. This stank is. I wish I would. I wish I would, man. And I haven't been down to New Orleans, man. I heard New Orleans is nasty too. I heard all the streets smell like piss and vomit on Bourbon Street. I've heard that. Haven't been. You know, I heard don't wear your good shoes. That's what every motherfucker tell me. Ladies, don't wear your toes out with no heels. Piss puddle central. You know what I'm saying? But you can at least go to a restaurant or go indoors somewhere, go to a bar and, probably, relieve yourself. But they still vomiting everywhere. But imagine if you cut that off. That's what you got at Times Square. Imagine having to clean up Times Square. Woo. He says it's no different than San Francisco. I ain't been to Frisco. I really don't have any aspirations of going to San Francisco, being that it's you know, it's fruitified, you know. I stopped drinking Starbucks, so I mean, you know, we don't we don't really rock with the Broke Risk Coalition, you know. Say Times Square is India on New Year's. You niggas are wild. Wild. Crazy, man. Wish I would have to clean up. Oh my God. God. These motherfuckers wearing Depends. I didn't even think of that. Like, I just never thought it was that serious when he was waiting out that long to get out that dog. They really waiting all day, shitting on themselves to watch the ball drop. Look at the priorities of Americans. You found that important? And then imagine if a terrorist attack happened. You got shit all over the. Oh my God! It's just very, very, very hard to think about, man. Very hard to think about, man. But we're gonna walk this thing down slow, man. Again, man, rest in peace to everybody, man, who lost their life down there in Vegas and in New Orleans, trying to celebrate the new year. It's the worst. That's the worst thing, man. You celebrating this, some BS going down, man. Everybody's supposed to be in good spirits, but here comes the devil. You know? And again, man, these people be on a mission, man. But yeah, a guy, a lot of people thought it was a black guy, but he was an Arab. A tether. FBA is not claiming this guy. What is this guy's name? What's this guy's name, man? How do you say his name? Shamsuddin Jabbar. You know, he's a tether, and he went down here and jumped in a pickup truck and ran over people, detonated bombs, and was shooting at people, you know, for no particular reason, but just to push a terrorist agenda. And this is basically the warning. This is the warning because this is really light. America needs to be prepared for a possible, you know, I don't know, man, a 9/11 would just be devastating right now, man. But that's been ushered in via border policies. Because we so fixated on MS-13s and I forgot how to say the Trinidad de Agua or whatever, the Venezuelan gang. We fixated with those low-level clowns that the big fish has slipped through, and they're doing recruiting, and they're recruiting Americans. So don't be thrown off because these attacks are calculated attacks, and they're not uneducated, unskilled, untactical. You know, and people, this is well thought out, and they have came to do this work and die in the process. They didn't come to survive. That is very, very different. But this guy, he ran over people with a truck, and you know, we'll get into that footage on Rumble. But for now, let's just see what they're saying on the news.
The corner and comes barreling through people, throwing people like a movie scene. Like,
see, they want to try to pin this on FBA. You know, They're going to try to pin this on FBA, say, oh, it's a black man. No, that is an Arab. That is an Arab. That is a tether. That is one that we would let slip through the cracks and let him be called us, what's up, my nigga, and all that. Because he got the skin to blend the fuck in.
Real life, throwing people into the air.
A devastating start to 2025 in America. A driver intentionally plows through a crowd celebrating the new year in New Orleans, killing at least 15 people. What we know about the suspect's possible ties to a well-known terrorist organization. Welcome, everyone, to the Fox 11 News at 10 o'clock on this New Year's Day. I'm Marla Tejas. Alex and Christine are both off tonight. That death toll in the New Orleans attack on Bourbon Street stands now at 15, with dozens. This as authorities reveal the suspect may not have acted alone. Fox News correspondent Rebecca Castor.
That's the thing. They're not acting alone. This is calculated. These people get recruited, and they're not doing it. They're doing this in the name of God, and they're doing this to terror and destruction here in America. These countries hate America. This is why I don't understand why we are allowing countries that hate us to even visit. You know?
Is in New Orleans with the latest developments.
The FBI says it doesn't believe the shooter acted alone and are focusing on a range of suspects.
We are committed, no doubt, to uncovering all details surrounding this tragedy.
New Orleans officials pledging justice for the victims of Wednesday's fatal truck ramming on doors into the new year.
To the air.
Police say the
barreling through people, throwing people like a movie scene, like real life, throwing people into the air.
Police say the driver shot and killed in a gunfight with police was 42-year-old Shamsuddin Jabbar, a U.S. citizen. Investigators finding weapons and potential.
See, people don't understand. They got U.S. citizens that are working with these other countries, that are getting into law enforcement, getting into military. They are infiltrating because we include everybody and we're not properly screening these people.
IEDs inside the suspect's vehicle with.
And we're not properly monitoring these people. You know, YouTube and all these other groups will monitor a little bitty ass YouTube channel talking about women and all this shit, this and this. But then you got these radicals out here doing real crazy shit. And they fly under the radar. They messing with free speech on Twitter and this and this. You can't talk about this, but here you go. These people over there planning attacks. Focus on the real criminals.
Other potential IEDs located in the French Quarter.
We're going to stand with you as you mourn and as you heal.
In Houston, a SWAT team searched the suspect's home. The FBI saying the incident is being investigated as an act of terrorism.
And as we know, this is not just an act of terrorism. This is evil.
Authorities are still investigating whether the suspect was a member of ISIS.
He had an ISIS flag on his truck. What do you mean?
Two things. Hunting some bad people down, and we're securing the city too. We're getting ready for a Sugar Bowl tomorrow.
And the Sugar Bowl.
They still talking about the goddamn Sugar Bowl. They worried about the goddamn football game. And we got possible terrorists that I wouldn't even go. You'll be stupid to go to that football game. You're crazy. They still worry about the damn football game. This dude had plans, mapped out plans, man. And nobody turned his crazy ass in when he was telling people about his plans.
Jabbar, the terrorist responsible for the Bourbon Street massacre, had planned to slaughter his own family. Today, the FBI revealed new information about Jabbar and 5 chilling videos he posted online as he drove from Houston here to New Orleans on New Year's Eve to carry out the massacre, turning down this corner on Bourbon Street and plowing.
Jabbar explains he originally planned to harm his family and friends, but was concerned the news headlines would not focus.
If y'all know all this now, that means y'all knew all this then. Why ain't nobody turn this person in? You got to start calling the authorities on weirdos, man. Just like I'm really mad about that lady who was living next door to the Trump shooter. This dude's living with a horse in his house. Send some police over there to go search that crib and see what the hell this dude is into.
On the quote, war between the believers and the disbelievers, end quote. Additionally, he stated he had joined ISIS before this summer.
He stated this shit. He put it on Facebook. Nobody, fam, I didn't have posts talking about everything from the virus to the laptop. Shit, if I say a curse word on Facebook, they flagging me down or reporting me. How does he get to say he's going to join ISIS on Facebook of any platform? As gay and sensitive as Facebook is, how did he get away with this? Nobody called him.
Papers show he was divorced from both his first wife, Nikidra, and from his second wife, who obtained a restraining order. He also ran up $30,000 in credit card debt and was living in squalor in this trailer park near Houston. 42-year-old Jabbar spent nearly a decade in the Army.
See? This is the type of recruits they want. They not looking for your little black ass Jap from motherfucking the south side of Chicago. They looking for niggas like this. Well-trained, know the government, and hate the government. And this is another thing I want to talk about. Shout out to the veterans. I think that the treatment that people like Biden give these veterans who have either served in wars, seen their friends die, got PTSD, you know, going through hell with their wives, going through divorces, extreme financial debt, you know what I mean? Not making a living that they could actually live off of, getting drained of their resources and the stress. I feel for them. But people like that who have went to wars too, like I watched another guy, he said he almost got radicalized. And the reason why he almost got radicalized because he went through pretty much everything that this guy went through, family-wise, stress-wise, financially and everything like that. But the main thing was he went to a war. And when he found out the truth about the war, because we only privy to the information that we could actually find. Actually being in the military, you probably know a lot more classified things than the average civilian. So what he said is going over to Iraq for weapons of mass destruction and all that shit, and the shit was false and it was a lie, and he lost friends, family members, and he would never be the same. He almost got radicalized by one of these terrorist organizations and was willing to do what was necessary to make America pay for what they did to him and how they ruined his life. Those are the type of people that they are looking to recruit. Those who have a true chip on their shoulder from this country and who have been involved with this country, who know the inner workings of this country. He's a perfect person to flip. Two times divorced, probably can't see his kids, probably getting milk for child support, $30,000 in debt and credit cards, living it. He got all this intelligence, all these credentials, and he's living in a trailer park. And you got illegals coming over here, living better than you, and you almost died for this country. You know, you put your life on the line. Like these type of people need to be checked up on by the government all the time. And the government needs to provide them a better lifestyle than what they've been doing, especially because it's a spit in the face when you bring in somebody who just snuck in the country, and you got places like in Harlem where they had a whole building and they had veterans and all types of shit. You kick them out, make them homeless to bring in illegals. You usher in people who had an undying love but now have a vengeance towards America. So I think that the government actually needs to come up with some type of division that comes and checks up on vets. Whether it be the VFWs, they need to go see their local vets, go visit their home, check things out, see what they're into. When you get discharged, I don't think they should just write you the fuck off and you just go on out. No, you still need to be on some kind of surveillance to a degree, because you can be their worst enemy. Just like I tell you with relationships. Who's your worst enemy, Jap? The bitch you was with. The bitch you was with can do more harm to you than any nigga you get into it with on the street, on the internet, or anything. The bitch who was with you. She knows all your secrets. She knows everything about you. She was there with you. She knows all the inner workings. No one can backstab you like somebody who was with you. No one can do the ultimate betrayal like an ex-soldier. And they don't want to do it for money. He was willing to die for this country. Now he's willing to kill. So yes, they can get radicalized very fast when the country mistreats them. And they get no appreciation. The Pride Parade is more prominent in major cities than the Veterans Day Parade. That gets more media attention, that gets more priority than the actual men that would sacrifice and protect the damn country. The people at the Pride Parade don't even wear fucking protection. So yes, these veterans who have been done wrong have a big chip on their shoulder and they need to be monitored. Because they are the best candidates for radicals to flip. They are willing to betray the country at this point because they feel that the country betrayed them.
Near Houston, 42-year-old Jabbar spent nearly a decade in the Army, served in Afghanistan, and left with the rank of staff sergeant.
Served in Afghanistan, bro. All this shit. When they realized, man, this shit was some bullshit, they have a chip on their shoulder. This ain't no dumb man here.
Nearly a decade in the Army.
He's a staff sergeant? Nah, bro. He's ranking? Nah, bro. I'm pretty sure they have a manifesto or something. He wanted to make a point.
Served in Afghanistan and left with the rank of staff sergeant before he went on his terror spree that ended in a hail of gunfire on Bourbon Street. An Army buddy.
That really hurt.
We spoke to Trevor Neal, an Army buddy.
That really hurted me because that was my brother for 6 months. I knew that he fell down a wrong path, later on in life.
Good evening. I'm Shamsuddin Jabbar.
Jabbar posted this video.
See, this is why I say he's a tether. Because when this shit first came out, everybody was, oh, black man did this as a black man. Oh, man, this had to be a black man. He's a tether. This is a perfect example of, he got the blame for this. Before they really started finding out about the ISIS thing and all that with the ISIS flag on the back of the truck, black men got the blame for this. He's a tether. He got the skin to blend in. If he would have told you his name was Jerome, we would have believed him. He looked like one of my cousins. He probably been shaking our head. What's up, my nigga? Talking the same language. Tether.
I'm Shamsuddin Jabbar.
Jabbar posted this video in 2020 when he was a real estate agent in Houston, and it's filled with clues about his obsessive personality.
All the I's are going to be dotted. All the T's are going to be crossed. Everything's going to go off without a hitch.
Behind him is a poster headed Discipline, with slogans like disciplined people build routines, go all in, and take responsibility. Behind him is a shelf of self-help books, including one on leadership. He looked like a prosperous salesman, but over the last 4 years...
See, this is not an idiot we're dealing with. This is a calculated dude. He's been trained. This is another reason why the radical groups want to get people like this, because they're trained already and they can give them information to help train more people who want to go for their cause. Was that an FBA or a Muslim that did that in New Orleans? It was an Arab. It was an Arab.
His life fell apart. Investigators are looking into mysterious flights taken by the suspect over.
See, now he's being his regular self, but he go get a fade, he can look like one of us. Got to pay attention to the tether.
Overseas. In the summer of 2023, he flew from JFK Airport in New York to Cairo. He also flew from Atlanta.
Boom, right there. We gotta put you on a watch list right there. The government should have been on his case.
To Toronto just weeks later.
Law enforcement and the intelligence community is going to be looking very hard at those trips, including travel records, phone records, surveillance, and determining whether or not.
Yeah, I think that especially guys, high-ranking guys, they need to be under surveillance regardless. At least surveil all their electronics, all their accounts. You know, what we got the what Bush coupled with the Patriot Act. They need to make sure that you stay on top of these dudes, man.
This individual has met with certain identified individuals of particular terrorist organizations.
Investigators raided an Airbnb in New Orleans where Jabbar was staying and found a cache of explosives. But after saying yesterday that Jabbar had accomplices, the FBI walked that back today, insisting he was another lone wolf.
We do not assess at this point that anyone else involved in this attack except for Shamsuddin Jabbar.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. It's not the fact that they bringing over terrorists, but they're recruiting and they're strategizing. This is just the intro. They're working on something really, really big. And that's why I say you need to get away from big crowds. Every place where there's a major big group of people, that's going to be their targets. That's going to be their targets, man. You know, you get all that training. They said he was making 6 figures, but when you're getting depleted via child support, ex-wives, and you know how the military dudes, ex-wives be just cooking them, probably cooking them for his pension, cooking them. That's why it's real dangerous for a lot of you military dudes to get married. Bitches be loving to fucking marry y'all ass. But y'all pensions. He was struggling. As educated he was, and he was helping out other recruits at Fort Bragg and shit like that. We're gonna talk about this shit, man. But to go from all that to living in a trailer, man, yeah, he's gonna be a fucking radical.
inside the New Orleans terrorist home. You can see that it's been clearly destroyed.
They had to come out there with the bomb squad unit and all that on his block, evacuate all the houses in the area when they came in to ransack his crib, because you never know, he could have had bombs in there. When he came out with that truck, and I'm gonna show y'all on Rumble, but he drove down the street, turned around, made a quick U-turn and ran down the sidewalk and just flying, doing like 80, hitting people, and then hopped out, started shooting. But before then, he set coolers in different areas, and he had a detonator. He was gonna set the bombs off. They caught the bombs. We need to have a booth review to see if this is a light skin. Yo, stop, man. Might be, but like I say, man, he's a tether, so I can't. He's not one of ours. He's not one of ours. He's not FBA. Shout out to Rob, man, with the $30 on the Cash App. I'm definitely getting a fish sandwich after the show. Shout out to Catherine with the $2 on the Cash App.
The door, at least, from the FBI raid yesterday. But if we walk through the home, we see some signs of what he was up to. He had this work area here, lots of different chemicals splayed around, and different electronics.
See, and this is the thing. I'm glad they got his computers and stuff like that. Hopefully they can track down on, you know what I'm saying, who he was dealing with in Canada and in Cairo, and really start getting down to the nitty-gritty of this shit before something really bad happens. You know? Before something really bad happens.
This is, again, a work setup, left receipts, just very
For a trailer, that ain't bad looking, though. In the inside, it ain't that bad looking.
unkempt in here. If we go over here, actually, you can see the Department of Justice documents here, the search warrant, and the property that they recorded here, which seems to be a lot of chemicals.
Let's see. Southern diplomats say once they pull off a major attack, in comes martial law. It's been sleeper cells here for years. After the Biden administration, it's out of control. Yeah. These sleeper cells, and these are people who've been here for a while just waiting to get the call. It's time to go. If you watch the documentary on 9/11, those were not idiots. They were highly trained. They learned how to fly a plane. They went to aviation school. They were students. They lived regular lives until they got the call. And it was on. They met up in Vegas, planned where they went. Everybody went their separate ways. And they got their orders. They got their marching orders. Recruited. The one guy, Muhammad Atta, was like he was a real smart dude from like Egypt or something. Wasn't he from like, well, he was from fucking Cairo, I believe. He was from Cairo. He was a really smart guy from there, and bin Laden recruited him because he spoke English well. That's another thing. Shout out to Dr. Jonathan Dean with the 2. Appreciate you. Wise, man. Yeah, man. I believe he was from Cairo. Yeah. Muhammad Atta. If y'all get a chance, watch that 9/11 documentary on Netflix, man. You'll see how they was living regular life. They go to Denny's in the morning for breakfast. They was nice to the neighbors. They didn't cause no disturbance. They were real quiet, low key. Didn't make any any crazy didn't just give anybody any problems. Always paid their rent on time. Even the firefighter that was renting the house out to him. Like the neighbors was like, I couldn't believe it. We see these guys every day. That was the damn hijackers of the plane. After her review, this is not a light-skinned first down. Yeah, man.
Again, just left in disarray. There's a bedroom back here, and what appears to be his collection of religious materials, his Qurans, an open Quran with a passage there, as well as even the Bible here, but mostly books on Islam, and his prayer rug just to the left of me here. And if we go back, there's another bedroom here. You can see he left.
Again, this ain't a true representation of Islam. This is just crazy motherfuckers who do things in the name of Islam. You know what I'm saying? But, they're going to blame it on it. That's just how the media do.
All these belongings, contact lenses, personal belongings, his bathroom. This seems to be some sort of workspace, again, with other chemicals here. The light's still on. Some kind of station set up here. We're not really sure what that was for. In, what we can...
He was building bombs. He was building bombs, bro. You say tether toiletries. Yeah, this is tether.
Was also a bedroom. You can see clothes left here, and just a sign that those last few moments when neighbors said he left just before the New Year's holiday, saying he was done with his lease, it was up, and he was on his way to New Orleans where he would live there. Didn't take any furniture because he said his new home would be furnished.
Yep. All this suspicious ass shit, man.
That's all we know so far.
Yeah, man. This is it's getting rough out here, man. It's getting rough out here, man. And I just can't stand this President Biden, man. It's a shame we got to go through. I wish he could just quit early, man. He should have been quit early, man. Please, just leave, bro. Just leave. Why can't he just quit early? Just leave now, man. I just can't stand Joe Biden, man. Just a weak president. Then at a time like this, you're coming in here laughing and kikiing and trying to, I gotta say this, be the comic relief. So corny, stupid ass, can barely talk. Here's what Joe Biden have to say. Every time we have something real serious come, here comes Joe Biden, stupid ass.
I'm sure you're clapping it up.
Democrats, you're stupid. This is the leadership that you wanted. We just had a terrorist attack, and the first words that come out of your nursing home bound ass is, this cheap attempt of a joke. This is why you can't take Democrats seriously, man, because they don't take shit serious.
I'm sure you're showed up.
You're clapping because I finally showed up. And these people are laughing.
I'm sure you're clapping because I finally showed up. I do apologize. We had a very busy schedule last over from New Year's Day on, dealing with two crises, one in Louisiana and one in Las Vegas.
Vegas. Student stupid, man.
And I've assembled the entire...
Why don't you just quit? Why can't we get him out of here earlier, man? This is about to be the worst 2 weeks, man, to have to suffer through this idiot.
Defense and intelligence apparatus of the country in the Situation Room, and we've been spending a lot of time there. But I'm going to take another 2 minutes to talk a little bit about that and then go on to what we're here for. In yesterday's terrorist attacks in New Orleans and the truck explosion in Las Vegas. I've just come from the meeting, not just to spend, while we prepare these remarks, better part of an hour from my Homeland Security team. The number of people killed in New Orleans has risen to 15, including the attacker. 35 people were injured. Today, the FBI briefed me that as of now, we have no information that anyone else is involved in the attack. They've established that the attacker was the same person who planted the explosives in those ice coolers in 2 nearby locations in the French Quarter just a few hours before he rammed into the crowd with his vehicle.
15 people dead, 30-something wounded. You got this mumbling idiot up here, man. They did better off letting Kamala talk, man. They did better off letting Kamala talk.
It says he had a remote detonator in his vehicle to set off those 2 ice chests.
Yeah, that's another thing. If he didn't get clapped out, he would have set off the detonators and the bombs that he built would have went off. See, here's the thing that people are not thinking about. The people who actually masterminded this, that sent him, are going back to the drawing board and showing the next batch that they're going where he made his mistakes at, and he didn't maximize the damage that he was supposed to do. So what they're going to say is, okay, they're going to see the mistakes that Jabbar made and say, okay, now don't do it like this, do it like this, so you can get more bodies.
So there's no question that, remember all the talk about other people were involved, placed in, they have him, they have established he's there, and even established that he had a detonator to explode those ice chests. As I said yesterday, the attacker posted several videos just several hours before the attack, indicating his strong support for ISIS. Federal law enforcement and the intelligence community are actively investigating.
Now, this is what I don't understand. If anybody goes on Facebook and shows support for ISIS, literally same day, if not next day, the feds should be knocking on your door. I don't know if you've seen those YouTube videos where the FBI has rang the doorbell of people who made posts online about the president and wanted to sit down and talk to them. That's a real thing. How in the hell did this not get taken serious? We allow for citizenship. We cannot do that anymore. We teach them tactics, train them to use weapons, then go teach them their people. Mexican gangs have done this for years. So have white people. Yes, I seen something where it was a guy, he was a Marine. And he was a Marine. He was a part of a Mexican gang. I want to say in California. And he got trained by the Marines. When he went to the Marine, went to the military and everything like that, got out the military, came back with the gang and taught the gang everything about military protocol and everything. And he shot it out with the police. And he was so accurate with them. He killed so many police officers. It took a while, man. There's a lot of casualties, man. Like they said, they'd seen nothing like it. It was just him and an AR. He was getting busy with them. He wasn't no ordinary gangbanger. I don't know. It wasn't like the Latin Kings. It was, I want to say they was wearing like red. I was watching the documentary. He was using straight military tactics. And he was pecking off all the cops that had his ass surrounded. That's dangerous, man. To be teaching them that, and they ain't citizens either. Shout out to Miguel, man. And shout out to who's that? Most hated. I'm sorry, overhated Dale. That's crazy. Let's go.
Any foreign or domestic contacts and connection that could possibly be relevant to the attack. And so we're also continuing to investigate whether or not there's any connection between the New Orleans attack and the explosion in Las Vegas.
Oh, there it is. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. There's definitely, we haven't even got to the Las Vegas thing yet. So relax, y'all. They talking about Jabbar is FBA. Stop it.
As of now, they've just been briefed. They have not found any evidence of such a connection thus far.
Yes, they have. We just are not, they're not going to tell us everything, man. You got to put it together and use your common sense. We're going to get to it.
Expected them to keep looking. The individual who rented the truck that exploded in Las Vegas also served as active duty U.S. Army. And the FBI is working with the Department of Defense on investigating, including, and we're seeing that today. The Sugar Bowl is back on.
Oh my God. They so focused on this Sugar Bowl. What if something happened at the Sugar Bowl?
As soon as I learn them, so American public doesn't have to wonder. In the meantime, like I said last night, New Orleans is a city of tremendous spirit. You can't keep it down. You really can't. And we're seeing that today.
How about keep it safe, you asshole?
The Sugar Bowl is back on. Kickoff is going to take off very shortly. If I don't get this damn thing done, we're going to be in real trouble. And the FBI.
Well, I take offense to everybody in that room laughing. This is the level of seriousness you get from the Democrats. From a Democratic leader and a Democratic media. They laughing. Like this is a Netflix a Netflix comedy show. Shout out to Crook Supremacy. Say if the dude in New Orleans had a cyber truck and the dude in Vegas had a pickup truck, it would be way worse. I don't think so. Because the dude in Vegas just parked. This dude in New Orleans was driving, shooting, and had other bombs other places. It wasn't even a whole lot of people in front of the Trump Towers. But we're gonna talk about it. But I don't appreciate a man supposed to be our leader of the country diminishing this tragedy and making light of this tragedy by constant mention of this damn Sugar Bowl.
Really can't.
Ain't shit sweet.
And we're seeing that today. The Sugar Bowl is back on. Kickoff is going to take off very shortly. If I don't get this damn thing done, we're going to be in real trouble. And the FBI has handed control of Bourbon Street back to local officials. Security of the area has been reinforced, and they should be open for business later today, the Bourbon Street. People in New Orleans are sending an unmistakable message. They will not let this attack or the attacker.
Fuck Joe Biden and fuck the Democrats. Fuck the Democrats, bro. Fuck them, man. For real, fuck them, bro. This man is sitting there. They all these people in there laughing, man. Imagine if that was your kid or your family member that lost their life and your president over here laughing and they talking about the damn Sugar Bowl. Fucking Democrats, man. I'm telling you, man. They are a party with no sense, man. Now, there is a lady named Sarah Adams, man, I've been watching this for a while. I'm not new to it, but it all started to make sense. She was talking about, she's an ex-CIA agent or whatever you would call them. And she has been putting out videos warning us about sleeper cells and terrorists that have been coming over the border and terrorist attacks that are soon to happen that have been planned already. A lot of people hear this information online and they be thinking that it's all conspiracy, and then the shit start coming true and it's like, damn. But she been trying to tell us about this shit, man. And, you know, you got to really keep your ear to the streets, man, because they can't hide the truth from us for too long, man. They haven't been doing a good job of hiding truth from us, man. We've been digging, man, and getting at these motherfuckers, man. If you want the truth, you got to get out here and search for it. Seek truth always, man. Uncommon information is game. Rest in peace, Simple to P, man. That's what he always told us. Game is having uncommon information. A common man don't got game because this is uncommon. And you got to have game in all aspects of your life, soaking up information that can be useful to you. These people been trying to tell us, man, that this was coming. But you can't talk to the fried chicken Christian because you cannot get through their thick forehead. They got a real thick skull on these old black folks. These old Democrats got a real thick skull.
Interesting point. You said that Al-Qaeda alone has sent at least 1,500 people here in the United States.
At least 1,500. That's all they need. You got to understand, they're not sending an army over here. We're focused on the army of the MS-13s and the Trinidad Agua, whatever the hell they call themselves, because they're deep. They sending these motherfuckers over here 2-3 at a time with very well-mannered, quiet, staying out of the radar, not bringing attention to themselves. Because that's one thing they're great about. If you watch the documentaries about 9/11, you see how good the 9/11 attackers were with not bringing any attention to themselves. They didn't throw parties. They didn't go out like that. They stayed low key. They were on a mission. All 1,500 in the midst of 15 million. Yeah, that don't look like no problem until they get the call and get activated. It only takes 2 or 3 of them to do some damage that can kill possibly thousands of people. If you watch the 9/11 documentary, they say, we shave our face, we shave our beards down so we look like, you know, we can fit in and acclimate in society. We don't wear our traditional clothes from our homeland. We dress like the people that are there. Their goal is to fit in, and that's exactly what they do.
Correct.
What do they plan on doing with them?
They have a 2025 multi-coordinated, multi-city plot to avenge the death of Osama bin Laden.
Okay, so
That's another thing. These people are overseas plotting on avenging the death of Osama bin Laden and Soleimani. Osama bin Laden got a son, Hamza bin Laden is running things. And his goal now is to not take credit. Because the moment they take credit, they become a target. That's he's thinking different. Before, they wanted credit for all of their attacks. He don't want no credit. He want to keep America guessing. This is going to be a whole new fight that I don't think we were ready for because we were too busy trying to find out what was a woman. Trying to figure out what washrooms to go to. Bringing trans gentlemen into the classroom. That was our focus for 4 years. Getting pronouns right. That was our focus. While these other countries were focused on kicking our ass, we focus on abortion. They like, you ain't got to worry about an abortion. We gonna get y'all out of there like this. What you worry about abortion for when these countries gonna drop one of these? He don't want no credit for it. They not gonna take no credit for it. Osama bin Laden's son is a new monster. Look it up. I'm about to do a whole show just on Hamza. Show y'all how bin Laden was rocking. I'm gonna show you how Hamza's rocking. It'll blow your mind. Hamza's different.
I watched you on podcasts. I've never heard that. Could you explain that more?
We're going to put a report on Monday, but essentially Al-Qaeda is actually who helped plan the Hamas attacks. The Hamas attacks is a dress rehearsal. So the Hamas attacks is the attack is going to...
See, that's what I'm saying. This is practice. This shit that's happening in America right now, this is practice. They getting warmed up. We're not ready for this. Our attacks are straightforward. You know, you see our planes coming, you see our bombs. We don't have Americans pretending to be Arab and pretending to be, Chinese and just gonna blow some stuff up. No. We can't beat that. We need to leave them alone. Get our tanks and everything off their land. Get the hell out of there. They've been asking us to leave them alone for the longest. Why don't we just oblige?
In the United States and then in 4 countries.
And Israel keep getting us in this bullshit. Because Israel start a whole lot of bullshit. We fund the bullshit, then we get the blame for the shit, and we can't call Israel to come help us the fuck out.
Europe.
Okay. You guys want to go home and load magazines?
Yeah. Yes. A lot of people come into your shop and stock up. It would be smart.
Telling you, man, this lady... If you get a chance, look her up. Her name is Sarah Adams. It's about an hour-and-a-half long podcast. I'm just gonna give you a few clips that she did with this guy. I forgot this guy's name. He looked like Dana White. But she breaks down a lot of things, man. And that's why I come to realize we are not prepared for this shit. We just not. We've been walking around with our pants down for 4 years, worrying about the wrong shit. The wrong shit. Trying to get the environment. Bitch, these motherfuckers, what is the environment gonna do when they drop a bomb? What's the Green New Deal gonna do with that? Nigga.
It'll look like when they start attacking. And Europe. Is it gonna look like what we just saw happen in Russia?
They're always going to do that type, right? Because that's the soft target. That's where terrorism comes from, right? You're like terrorizing the people.
See, that's what I'm saying. Terrorist acts happen where there are a bunch and abundance of people. So I don't recommend going to no big ass concerts, no festivals, none of that shit, man. Keep that shit small.
I think that's going to stop. But I think they care a little more about establishing, spreading Sharia in Islamic State. don't get a lot of benefit if you carry out like 10 attacks in America, because then America's like, okay, we're going to get back involved in Afghanistan, right? They want to build a safe haven. They want to grow this safe haven. They want to train their new fighters. They want to expand, hopefully, into Pakistan, and people let them. So we have to look.
And here's another thing with the Jabbar guy. They're looking for guys like Jabbar to train them in the American way, to make them more knowledgeable of the tactics that will be used against them so they can be prepared for it. And they're flipping our people. We're not flipping their people. We're not prepared because we had a dumbass leader who was more focused on LGBT issues and women's BS with abortions and trying to give everybody symbolism, first black female, this and that, and I'll hire a transgender for the health department. Come on, man. Get real.
At it in the way Al-Qaeda looks at it. They're very patient. They have a long plan. We're a piece of the long plan, but they don't get a lot of benefit from doing X, Y, and Z. It's not saying they won't do an attack. It's just they have things that are so much more important to them. And remember, they're still getting a win. They're attacking Americans in Iraq.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. These people really hate us, and we keep letting them in. And like I said, when Trump did the travel ban, they said, oh, he hate Muslims. Oh, it's racist. Fam, that was to save y'all ass. Now, when something happened, then what? Oh, he doesn't protect the country. Man, I'd rather you motherfuckers be mad and alive than dead and unoffended. Straight up. But this lady, again, Sarah Adams, man, she breaks down a lot of things that the CIA knows and about these attacks that we are not ready for.
Indication of what kind of attacks these are going to be. Actually, before we get into that, how old is this information?
I mean, it's ongoing. So the training's already done, right? So all the training info.
Didn't we see this one? Hold on, this one.
Supposedly, yeah.
Okay,
What they got here.
Let me ask, how long have they been here?
I'm not sure, but if we just do math quick, okay? Israel, they trained 500 terrorists, right? They got a longer timeline, but they were planning to train 500 in 3 months, right? 2 months. So they were going to train 500 in 2 months for Israel. So for Israel, they did it really quick, but it would have been half-assed. They luckily ended up with 1.5 years. But then remember, I told you they had to train 10,000 for Syria. And I think that gets completely ignored, okay? So they have this huge number, and we just saw what the effect of it, right? So the 10,000 for became the priority. And then we think the Homeland attackers were in there. And then that's training's done too, if that makes sense. So they are training for multiple phases at the same time. So it takes time to get through all the training.
Man, this stuff scares the shit out of me. What do you think? Okay, you had mentioned earlier, we just got done talking about the significance of October 7th. How many other dates are potentially, if they're looking for that kind of, Now,
it was, if you watch this whole interview, again, go on YouTube, you watch the whole interview, but she talks about how they have a vest now that can go through metal detectors and it looks natural, but it's got explosives on it, So they're going to be walking into regular places with this vest on, ready to go. And she said that another thing, when they do their training and when they get their mission, they go on to the mission with 2 objectives. One objective is they're going to kill as many people as possible. If they go with a group of people, they don't stop until they all are dead. So it's not like if you're the last person left and you see everybody on, you don't just run and go survive. No, you go die too. That's a different level of training. Well, you seeing all your guys dead and you go die with them. He said that's how nobody, the mission is not complete unless nobody comes back alive. So you're not coming back alive once you get sent. That is a different level of crazy we don't need to be dealing with. I don't think there's no training in the world you can deal with that shit. You have got to be indoctrinated since childhood. Because everybody has the will to want to live. They are literally taught since a child to not have the will to live in that fight. The women, they will strap their children up. This is something we need not deal with. Every one of these attacks, there will be no survivor that be interviewed. There's not going to be, yeah, we got them and they're going to be in Guantanamo Bay. No. No. Let's see, man. Overhead Dale said there is no metal in explosives. Anything can be used as shrapnel. Yes. Nails. Any type of metal. Shit. Rocks. BBs. Anything. Also, some metals like beryllium will not set off metal detectors. You gotta think about it. This is all, while we're sitting here talking about this, there's a group of radicals sitting around mapping out our demise. This is why I'm saying for 4 years, America been sitting around with their pants down. Preoccupied with stuff that has no benefit to us. That will not improve our safety. Now, when it comes to this New Orleans situation, the cops dropped the ball, man. The cops dropped the ball, and I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you why and who was in charge. This all could have been prevented with this.
Y'all wasn't in place. This broke. And
they spent millions for a barricade on the street. Wasn't there at the time of the attack. All these sidewalk barriers so people couldn't ride their cars on the sidewalk. This was stopped. When I went to, and I know what those, I seen those. Because they bring those out on a dolly. When I was at the DNC, they had those in Chicago, those yellow things. They had those on every sidewalk and on every street around the DNC within like an 8-block radius. When all the Secret Service and everybody came into the United Center, they had those there and you couldn't drive a car nowhere. They're heavy as shit. It's like all iron.
And now they finally brought these out. A reporter was smart enough. The police chief. Why wasn't this on the sidewalk? If y'all have them now, where were they? They was in storage.
The police dropped the ball. Democrats.
And I'm very familiar with these. I stopped seeing these about 2 years ago. But when they first got them, they was out plenty of times. So
now, I don't know if you've seen the police chief of New Orleans. Fam, what in the hell were you all thinking? This is who you put in charge of the safety of the people in a violent, crazy city like New Orleans. This is who you got running the show.
Behind us is what we call hardening the target.
This ain't even a Karen. This ain't even a Karen. This is a Helen. Pervert. A Barbara. This is the chief of police.
What you see behind us is what we call hardening the target. So we have brought in heavy trucks. You will see when you go down Bourbon, you will see yellow, what we call archers, and they're along the sidewalk.
At best, we will let you be a superintendent of a school system or a guidance counselor, a dean. The way you talk, I'm leaning towards a third grade teacher. Chief of police of New Orleans.
And that would be to be preventive if someone arrest.
I would fuck her up. How is she gonna, she couldn't protect herself. What is with this little old lady? Yeah, it's like a kindergarten substitute teacher.
Went around up on the sidewalk, that's what that would do, okay? It would
DEI at its finest.
Slow that down for anyone who thought that they could breach our targets. And so those are some of the main differences we are done in the quarter. Also, you are going to see an incredibly large presence of police. And we are, though, confident, but we want our community to feel confident and know they are confident.
Women, I'm sorry, y'all not leaders. Stop trying to be. People's lives are on the line. We don't need you trying to prove a point. If I lived in New Orleans, I would be moving for her, specifically because of her.
Confidently safe. And that's what we're going to do.
This bitch looks like a florist named Beverly. Yeah, Blanche from the Golden Girls face.
So right now, I can declare to you that the Bourbon Street is open.
Chief, where did those archers come from?
Sorry?
Those yellow archers, where did they come from?
Actually, we have them. I didn't know about them, but we have them.
Incompetence, right there. We seen incompetence with the Secret Service. The director of the Secret Service dropped the ball on the Trump situation. Bad security for Trump on his assassination attempt. He got shot in the ear. Incompetence of women in leadership. They had these barricades and barriers already. This incompetent ass leader does not know that they'll have this. Safety is supposed to be your first concern with being a servant of the people. But y'all so preoccupied with putting women in there to make a stance and to prove a dumbass point and win a dumbass argument on a Facebook post and get some symbolism. This is what women represent, incompetency. When it gets real, this is, well, we didn't know. You don't get to say we don't know. You fired. That's all I want to hear is you're fired.
Chief, where did those archers come from?
Sorry?
Yellow archers, where did they come from?
Actually, we have them. I didn't know about them, but we have them. And so we have been able now to put them out.
Okay.
Shit crazy, man. Shit crazy, man. You cannot have women in these type of serious situations and expect the results and respect the things to get done right and thoroughly. I'm sorry. Oh, we didn't know. What the hell were you doing? Where were you sleeping at, Grandma? Grandma Cop Golden Girls Division. Dog, this shit is so stupid, bro. These people gonna keep attacking us because they know we got stupid, incompetent people like that. We trying to make points. We got women in leadership. Nobody's scared of us. No country's scared of us. Our towns are sweet. It's wide open. I mean, Grandma is the chief of police.
In order to conduct this, he was hell-bent on creating the carnage and the... Because of the nature and the indices that we have on the scene, and we have enough information that the FBI will be taking over this investigation. And with that, I am going to be asking...
But wait, it gets worse. It gets worse. At a time like this, it's time to get DEI. Shout out to Legend. Happy New Year's. Hey, much love to everybody in here, man. Showing love, man. This is a fan-funded show, and the fans funding the show, man, is always a blessing, man. Shout out to Legend. Shout out to Great February. Pilgrim Patrol. Yeah. Looking like Pearl's mother. Pearl grandmama. Mother Pearl. Fuck out of here. Come on, man.
This is the assistant agent in charge. This is Special Agent Duncan, and she has taken over the FBI. As always, we will be in partnership with all of our partners. But Agent Duncan, if you want to have a few words for everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning. My name is Alethea, Special Agent in charge for FBI New Orleans. As Chief Kirkpatrick said, we'll be taking over the investigative lead for this event. What it is right now is their improvised explosive devices that was found. And we are working on confirming if this is a viable device or not.
So you're going to bring in Keisha. Keisha is running the FBI. Keisha's running the investigation, man. Oh, you done fucked up now. We got Keisha on the case. We done got Keisha on the case. So we got Grandma and Keisha. How are you going to feel safe?
We'll be in partnership with all of our partners. But Agent Duncan, if you want to have a few words for everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning. My name is Alethea Duncan. I'm the Assistant Special Agent in charge for FBI New Orleans. As Chief Kirkpatrick said, we'll be taking over the investigative lead for this event. This is not a terrorist event. What it is right now is their improvised explosive devices that was found.
This is not a terrorist event. They found the ISIS flag on the back of the truck. What more? Get this bitch out of here. Black women, just do hair and nails, please. Please, please. Because somebody gonna get hurt. Somebody gonna get hurt. My God! my God, it doesn't get any dumber. Whose bright idea was this? Women empowerment, my balls. Y'all ass crazy. Y'all moving around like we got time to play. We got time to play, huh? Y'all think we got some motherfucking time to play? Nigga, this shit serious. This shit real. Motherfuckers is dying out here, and you put Keisha and grandma on the case? You know? And even the white people know that this motherfucker wasn't FBA, man. Even the white people knew. Look. See, they tweeting about it. If you think Shamsuddin Jabbar is a black American, I have a bridge to sell you in Brooklyn. Shams al-Din is a Desi-coded name. Translation gives Bengali. His hair is not African American at all. You know, autistic schizo internet race scientist. You're not qualified to call this. He's a Bengali American kid from suburban Texas with an identity crisis, hence black accent, joining the army and becoming a terrorist. Hey man, this nigga, he looked like he was FBA like a motherfucker. Looked like a nigga named Reginald. Looked like a nigga I went to school with named Reginald. You know? But then he started looking more and more like the nigga that owned JJ's Fish. Oh yeah, man. This nigga, man. This nigga, man, wasn't no FBA, man. Stop putting that on the brothers, man. But now we gotta talk about Vegas, man. So in the same day, another attack happens in Vegas. Guy drives up in a cyber truck with bombs in the trunk in front of the Trump Towers on the same day. And they still trying to say that this ain't linked. We don't believe in coincidences, bro. Both died, both tried to blow shit up on the same exact day. They both rented trucks. They both used Toro. Both of these people used Turo to rent the trucks. And if you don't know what Turo is, it's basically the equivalent of Airbnb for cars. So they rented these cars to go do this damage. They got too much in common. There's not, we're going to get into this, man. It's not no coincidence. But on the same day,
Deputy Assistant Director Christopher Rea at headquarters. I'm also joined by Assistant Special Agent.
See, hold on. We had him already. Who was that? The FBI guy in New Orleans, right? Yeah. We pulled him up. Let me see. Hold on. Let me find the other guy. Because they just had the same terrorist attack on the same day. Now, this is the guy who just tried to blow up the Trump Tower.
Up, midnight red-eye flight. No matter be.
See, this weirdo. They were both military. And they both served at the same fort, Fort Bragg. It's too many coincidences.
Trying not to be weird.
Not to be weird.
Not allowed to be weird and embarrass him.
We're judging people in front of the walk-in. You can choose to walk. You can choose to stand still.
People pick a side.
You can walk aside it if you want some exercise, and just if you
We're
choose.
so lazy as a society that we need moving.
So yeah, they went took the trip to Vegas, but he had other plans. You know, like I say, man, we under attack, man. You got to keep your eyes peeled, man. Call the police on these weirdos. You see some weird shit going, just call the police just in case.
We also found a passport. We found a Desert Eagle 50 caliber semi-automatic.
He drove up, and we're gonna show it on. We're gonna show everything on Rumble. I want to save all the action-packed shit for Rumble. So make sure y'all hit that link in the chat right now, so we all can watch the second half of this ordeal that we dealing with the domestic terrorists of America today, present day, 2025. But he was riding around with a bunch of guns, explosives in a Tesla truck. You know, and it didn't go well for him. He killed himself, I believe, and then set off the detonators. And the detonators didn't do a whole lot of damage because the truck was so damn, I guess, secure. From what Elon Musk tried to take credit for that damn truck being for not causing so much damage, saying that the Tesla truck is indestructible and shit. I've been hearing things about the Elon shit too ever since he started talking that shit on Twitter, and this truck bombing. The Tesla stock has went down, so we're gonna see how that pans out.
Automatic pistol, and if you'll notice on a lot of these guns,
it's crazy. How does your ID survive and you don't? They could barely identify this guy from the explosion, but his ID is intact. That's crazy.
that we're going to talk about here, they're almost just burnt beyond recognition as well. There's a SLR model B30 semi-automatic firearm, number of fireworks that were still in the vehicle that had to be removed. Notably, we found an iPhone.
The iPhone survived. Salute the iPhone. It's your iPhone. God damn, man. The iPhone survived?
And then several credit cards were also in the name of our subject. Our subject is 37-year-old Matthew Livelsberger. He's of Colorado Springs, Colorado, born July 22nd of 1987. Now, as you'll see here on a picture of his driver's license, let's see, the question really still remains for me, and I know that there's a lot of you folks in the media that are identifying this person as the person in our vehicle. As I mentioned to you already, his body is burnt beyond recognition, and I do still not have confirmation 100% that that is the individual that was inside of our vehicle.
See, they can't identify the body, but they got all these IDs. They got his passport. I heard his passport didn't burn up. You know, it's getting real fishy too, man. You know, but yeah, man, this was crazy, man. And then these, another thing too with these smart cars, you can't put them out with water when they get on fire. They haven't, I don't think you can put them out with no foam or nothing like that. You just gotta smother it because they just burn forever because of the damn lithium batteries, which is crazy, man. You gotta really think about that. You want to go get you a smart car and that shit crash and that shit blow up on your ass. And the fire department can't get over there and come save you because they can't get through that fire because that shit just gonna keep burning.
And so there's going to be a drone video that plays to my left.
So yeah, he came through, parked the Tesla truck right at the front door, and then hit the detonator, and they say he popped himself. They say he popped himself. This all on the same day as the New Orleans shooting and the hit and run and the IEDs and all that.
Again, you'll see as the fire initially, they covered it with the tarp to try to get it to go out. Once the fire went out through the suppression efforts of the fire department, you'll see some of the evidence in the back of the vehicle. So those are gasoline.
See, this dude came through. And the crazy part is not even a window was shattered at the Trump Hotel. That's how tough this damn I don't know if you've seen it, man. I think that shit is bulletproof. They done took the windows is shatterproof and all types of shit. It's real hard to damage a Cybertruck. Y'all think his sales of this Cybertruck went up? I think the Cybertruck's ugly as fuck. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's just shaped so ugly. If it looked better, it'd be wrong, but this shit just shaped ugly as hell.
Canisters, they are camp fuel canisters and large firework mortars. What I also would like you to pay attention to on that video, as you see that, it looks like the exterior of that truck is completely intact as it sits there. The fact that this was a cyber truck really limited the damage that
they are running off that. His sales might go up, man, because of this shit. But I don't think like people think about like, yeah, what if I have to blow up my truck? My truck is secure. Like, I don't see the benefit of this. You know, I don't see the radicals utilizing any Tesla products to blow up. I think this was meant to show a sign. He purposely brought a Tesla truck representing Elon Musk in front of the Trump Towers. This is terrorism. This is no coincidence. It's not like he brought a Yukon up there or a Cadillac up there, a Toyota. No, he got a Tesla truck to represent Elon in front of Trump's hotel with explosives. That was to send a message.
Occurred inside of the valet because it had most of the blast go up through the truck and out. In fact, if you look on that video, you'll see that the front glass doors at the Trump hotel were not even broken by that blast, which they were parked directly in front of. You can see that in the video there.
Yeah, no damage was done to the hotel, which is crazy. This is an ugly ass truck. Look, the truck just exploded. The wheels on the truck, the tires still good. The rim ain't even bent. You might die, but the 20's still shining. Look, man, y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit that share button. Y'all subscribe at the top of the chat. Subscribe to the Rumble. We're going to make sure we deal with this uncut raw on Rumble. Be on the lookout. We still here. We still cooking. All year 2025, man. I promise you, I'm going to make sure this is going to be your favorite podcast. I will see y'all niggas in a few. Hit me on Instagram. Hit me on Twitter. See y'all niggas. Church, check in. It's your boy, Minister Jap. Listen, I know y'all been looking for me, but at the bottom of this video, in the description section, you see where it says follow me. You can follow me on all social media platforms. You know, make sure you click the links in the description so you can get in touch with me and get in tune with everything I post at all times. You never know, the haters might try to take us down. Also, make sure you follow my backup channel, Minister Jap Church Media. Follow the channel now. We are not going nowhere. We're here to stay. Make sure y'all paying attention. Church on the move. Peace.
Minister Jap, I'm talking to you, nigga. Yeah, I got a kid. I got 2 daughters and a son. Yeah, man.
Black women are bad mothers.
And that's why you having a baby by the motherfuckers you had a baby with is your fault. That's why you being a single mother is your fucking fault. That's why being a baby daddy ass nigga is your fault.
Live from the church.
Church check in.
It's Minister Jap.
Black women, they're some of the most worst bitches on with money, but yet they're still taking trips and they look fly doing. They are the flyest broken bitches you're gonna ever deal with.
On Minister Jap TV.
Church check in, man. Church check in.